Assalamu alaikum, brother. How you doing?
Walaikum salam, bro. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So, Albo, let's begin with you, man. Welcome to the way
Yeah,
to
bro. I
trading,
was
huh?
gonna ask you if I could start because I'm gonna like my mom's is making some food, so I was just gonna
Mhm.
do a little recap and then I guess just go pray Isha and I'm gonna probably go to sleep earlier because I'm gonna try and wake up earlier as well. So inshallah.
Sure, sure. Is my video lagging or is it me?
Yeah, it is a bit like
Like delay, like a
yeah,
lag?
yeah, a little bit, but it's not bad, bro.
Okay.
It's whatever.
All
Yeah.
right, so Albo, go for it. Yeah, give us an update what's been happening.
Yeah, so uh nothing much. Like really it's just been stagnant. I've gotten a few sales here and there. Uh I did have a couple of repeat buyers. I do have one question though, like that I forgot to ask last week, but first is so I'll get into that. So when I had ordered something for for a buyer, this is like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had ordered it and everything, and I got an email back from Amazon saying that like the carrier is returning the item, whatever, blah blah blah. But then when I go to check Amazon on my MacBook, it says that it was delivered and left in their mailbox or whatever. And I'm pretty sure the person like that I ordered it from, he got it because I asked him like as like for confirmation. He said all good, thank you. So I don't know what went on there. I don't know why I did that. Do you think it was maybe like a glitch or something? I don't know.
So, say it one more time, but say it in a sentence just so I can wrap my head around it.
Okay, so I ordered a an item for a buyer,
Mm-hmm.
and after like a day or two or a few days, Amazon sent me a an email saying there was an error or something with this order. And then after a few more days, it sent me like it said that the carrier is returning the item
Oh,
or
okay, but
something
the
like that.
buyer got it, right?
Yes,
So
I
don't
asked
worry
two
about it.
buyers. Yeah, I asked two buyers. One of them didn't respond to me, and the other one did. But I'm pretty sure the one that responded to me was the
Uh-huh.
item that. But that's the other thing though. On my MacBook, when I check, it's on Amazon. It says that item was delivered. So like, I don't know. It's weird.
Don't worry
Whatever.
about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Just leave it alone. Like as long as people get their stuff, who cares what any
Yeah.
of the screen says, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing about the coupon, that one guy, so I made a coupon. I messed up somewhere. I gave him the code and he said it wasn't working, so I just lowered the price of the item by itself and then I just raised it again after he ordered it. So that's one
Hmm.
thing. I got that resolved. And apart from that, bro, it's honestly the main thing has just been like sales have been pretty like stagnant, like one, two here and there.
Yeah.
Like I
How
had
many listings do you have up?
almost 2,000. I'm pretty sure I have like over
Bro, you're like 20% of the way there.
yeah,
Our
over
estimates
1,800.
are one sale a day for every 1,000 listings that you have with a hundred
Yeah.
percent markup.
I'm at 120.
Yeah, so my point being is like get to like 10,000 listings and then see where you're at after that point, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just now I'm starting to see some profits because back when I had lower markup, it was just
No, bro, you just began, man. The
yeah,
reality starts hitting you once you get to like completion.
yeah,
You know what I mean? The first account, and then that's where after you get to the 10K, then you see like the real numbers coming in. And then after that, you just if you're gonna continue down the business, you just go ahead and scale down with multiple accounts and then multiply.
yeah. Isn't 10K listings when you get like 1 to 3K profit?
Yeah, yeah, it could be more. Like,
Yeah, you
some
told me
people
that
get
one
lucky.
guy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So apart from that, really, it's nothing like no issues, no negative reviews, like nothing.
Hmm.
It's all been just chilling. And that's about it. I mean, I had that issue with the scanner, got that resolved.
Nice.
Yeah, so
No,
it
no, Ian
was.
helped you out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah,
a solid guy, man.
yep, he
Okay.
helped a lot. So
So,
yeah,
Arbor, for you, the main thing is you're approaching like you the end of the first month, or did you finish your first month?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay, so like the main thing for you is like make sure you're pushing. Like get to
Yeah,
the 3K. The next month, get to the 6K by the end of it, and then finish the 9K off. And if you're not consistent with listing, right, just make up the days that you have missed. Do you get what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, so how much should I list now? Like, should I list 200 a day? Like today I listed only 86. Yesterday I listed 150 something because I scanned like 400 stores, I barely got any
So
items.
So look, whatever the case is, by the end of the week, you should be at like an extra 1,000 listings on your account, yeah?
All right.
So whether you make it up in a day, which you probably shouldn't, but then like you do what you gotta. If you gotta split it up between 7 days, 6 days, 5 days, four, whatever you can. But the truth of the matter is, activity brings sales on your account. So the more activity that you have on a daily basis, the more that you signal eBay that you're an active seller,
Yeah.
right? But the foundation is having listings to be exposed to even have a chance of a connection of a buyer buying from you. You get
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
So get those listings up. If you miss a day, just make up for it the next day, whatever
Yeah.
that number is.
All right.
Okay, good.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Jazakallah.
Wa iyyakum aki. I'll see you in the next meet, man.
Inshallah, bro. Assalamu
Inshallah.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Or I'm gonna jump to you next. How you doing, bro?
Hey man, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, Mr. eBay shopper. Yeah, you got like that the story that you told me when you how you joined, it still cracks me up today, man.
Oh yeah, it's pretty great. I love that it like I came onto this just by pure luck and now
Yeah.
I'm doing it every day almost.
So for everybody listening, Or was a shopper on eBay. So he's one of the guys you dropship to. He found out about it. He said, "Oh look, this is cool." He went on Google, searched it up, and he found us like that. That was a cool story.
Yeah, I ordered from eBay. I was like, why is that Amazon package? And then I realized this whole world exists.
Yeah, yeah. So Or give us an update what's been happening with you, yeah?
Yeah, so I realized that in the beginning I was listing items that are minimum $5 when I started sniping, and I left that setting on when I started bulk listing as well, which I realize now was not a good idea because I
Hmm.
got tons of sales, but my profits were like 90 cents or a dollar or $2 on each sale, and I was getting a bunch of orders, and like you couldn't keep up with it with my Amazon account, so I had to get
Mm,
another Amazon account. And then I realized that I should put it up to $25. So I put up the minimum product to like $25 and I put it on 70% markup. And now I'm getting some good sales, like averaging like $40 profit a day.
nice,
And
nice.
yeah, I'm just planning to keep going like that, just keep listing items above $25. But my main thing that I'm not sure what to do on right now is I've been doing this now for like 34 days. So like my listings from the first 4 days are starting to expire, or I guess I don't know what the word
Mhm.
is expire. They're just out of time. So
They're
do
being
I?
relisted by eBay automatically.
Oh, okay, because I see that I have in my unsold and not relisted, I have 13 items there. So I was like, I was just wondering what to do with those. And I know
Mm.
in the video you mentioned sometimes you delete and list similar or something like that.
So, or before I tell you the answer, did you read the book, The Invisible Storm?
Is that the like the Google document?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I read
Okay,
that.
good. So then, just to recap, every time you list an item on eBay, right? eBay automatically renews the listing every 30 days after the item is listed, right? So
Okay,
when it automatically does it, it doesn't give you the new listing boost. Do you get what I
I
mean?
see. Yeah,
So our job, if we want to get that boost again, so if an item didn't sell, right, if you don't relist it, it's gonna be still on the sixth page because it gets renewed back to the sixth page. But if we catch it right before eBay's relisting it, then we're gonna bring it back to the top of search and give it a brand new chance for that 30 days to get us another sale. Do you get what I mean?
I see. And so by catching it, do you mean relisting it like manually or deleting it completely and relisting it?
Exactly. So we delete it completely and then we press sell similar on eBay, which is pretty much creating a brand new listing with a brand new item ID, but eBay just imports all of that for you. So the software actually already does that for you. There's a feature in the Boost My Listings. You just click a button and it's gonna catch everything that's gonna be renewed in the last 24 hours. So there's a video in the docs. I'd say like after the first month. So this is only for people that have listings that are expiring a month later. Um, who like for the second month, it's appropriate to start that process now, yeah?
But that feature could be automated, no?
I mean it's just a click. It is
No,
it is
in the
uh
right. You could set it for it to do it every 24 hours.
yes, that's a bit like the problem with that, your browser has to be open. Um, sometimes like if you close the browser, then you're gonna have to turn that feature on again.
Right,
Do you get what I mean? Like that's one of the limitations of Chrome browsers. If you close the browser, like anything you started on the browser gets reset and you have to turn it back on.
right.
So, or just like on as a daily habit, you can even click it twice a day, maybe once, because you're working on your account anyways. Just go to the Boost My Listings and click Boost, and it'll go ahead and refresh it for you. And in the docs, you'll see a video on how that works.
So in the boost my listings, is it the end and sell similar button? No?
Exactly. But
Okay,
watch the
got it.
docs first to like,
Yeah, the settings and everything.
yeah, exactly, and understand the theory. Do you get
Got
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Good. How many listings you at right now, yeah?
Not that many. I have 1,400 right now.
Come on, bro. Keep.
Yeah. So I didn't know that it was fine to list more than 100 a day if you list a day. So on the days that I was missing, like I didn't make it up the following day. But
So
now, yeah,
context is it's only even 100 a day is too much if all 100 is selling. So if you listed 100 sniped a day, MC11. But if you're listing 100 bulk with 120 markup, you're not gonna get as that many sales. So it becomes okay to list with that markup more than 100.
because I'm getting a lot of sales every day. So should I just start
What's
increasing
your
the markup?
what's your daily revenue?
Right now it's around two to two 200, 250.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. Like, if you're doing 120%, like what's your markup?
Right now it's half of them is 60%, other half is 70%.
You're tax exempt and you have like the cashback card?
Yeah,
Okay, that's why. So for everybody listening, like uh being tax exempt and your cashback card, 60% markup is almost equivalent to like 90%. You know what I mean? In
okay.
like the lower end cases. So, if you guys have the ability, like do so, yeah? But yeah, like you put up like 100% markup and just catch up. You should be like at the end of, you should get to like 3,000 by the first month, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, I did
Yeah.
half basically.
Yeah. So just pick up the speed a bit, yeah? And just so you're like
Okay.
following the 90-day roadmap.
Yeah, I was
You'll be,
just worried that I would get too many sales because
you'll be
I'm
fine
all,
as long
yeah.
as your markup is high enough.
Okay, all right. So I'll increase it. You said to 100%?
Yeah, 100, whatever like floats your boat, yeah?
Okay, yeah, because I was following the schedule from the book that shows like every 2 weeks to increase 10%.
Yeah, yeah, but that right now you already have sales. That's a guide for somebody who doesn't have momentum in the account.
I see. Okay.
If you already have momentum built off, then you can ride that momentum, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. And I made a mistake, which made huge momentum. Was I accidentally did a 30% discount on my store, and I got like 40 orders in one day.
And how did that work out after?
So I had a few items that were losses, but on the 40 sales, I only ended up losing like $10. And then the next days, all of my 70% markup items started selling. It was actually really nice because I only got into profits after that day.
So you're a believer of momentum now, yeah?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
100%.
The algo like so, and momentum, just to clarify, it doesn't mean getting sales, it means fulfilling successful transactions. So if you like got those sales and you canceled all 40, your account would have been dead today.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of feedback from it too and everything, so seems like
Yeah.
it was good long term.
Yeah. I remember I was in the Telegram, that's the first thing I texted back. I was like, momentum.
Yeah, you told me it'll be worth it.
Yeah, I'll tell you that today's losses paves the way for tomorrow's sales, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. So, or your next steps are like get to the 10K, like get to 3K by whatever you have to do, and then like try to follow the 10K journey over 3 months, yeah?
Yeah. Okay,
And
got it.
and
Thank
and
you.
dude, you're doing all the right things. Like the fact that you got tax exempt and you have your cashback card so early on, like that is a superpower. Because now sniping becomes profitable for you. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. I have some sniped items that sold already like 15 times,
Yeah.
and I've increased their since I've listed it, I've increased it by maybe triple the price, and they're still selling to this day.
Right, because now those items are the top of search. So
Yeah, exactly.
that was something that other people like that is a more advanced thing, but you kind of like picked it up with the experience that you have. Every sale that you get paves the way for that item to sell again,
Yeah,
even if
I
it's a
actually
loss.
heard you guys talking about it in one of the pre-recorded weekly meetings, and I just tried it and saw that it works.
Oh my God, that is like the way people do it. Just so you know, majority of dropshippers build their businesses off of sniping, right? Or with like the back end profits. We just do it a little differently because we can, but that is like the traditional way of like dropshipping on eBay.
Yeah, it really makes sense. Like right away, I was getting the thought of maybe all of my items should start at a low price and increase over time, but I see like this is just a different strategy than what we're
Right.
doing.
Right. Like the bulk method, it just takes the least amount of time to do. Right. But if
Exactly,
you
yeah.
if you wanted to snipe, like now you have the ability to kind of guarantee like a 10K a month like profit if you wanted to. Not right away because you get suspended with that kind of revenue,
Yeah.
but like now you have like the tools. But you're gonna have to make more Amazon accounts as you go. But your problems are great. Like these are the problems that you want to have, you know?
Yeah.
The problem you don't want to have is I'm not getting any sales.
Yeah, I have the exact opposite, too many sales.
Good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. So, or do you have like clarity on the road ahead?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think, I just needed to know about the boost my listing thing. I'll watch the video and everything
Yeah.
else seems good.
Yeah, you betcha. All right, brother. I'm gonna jump to Chanel. Chanel, how you doing, yeah? I know it's late in the Netherlands, yeah?
Yeah, hey Sammy, sorry, I'm gonna try to be really quiet because it's really late and everyone's sleeping.
Yeah, yeah, no, totally getcha. Chanel, give us an
Um,
update what's been happening with you, yeah?
yeah, it's been okay. Let me go and get sit here. Okay, yeah, it's been good. So I saw a couple people talking about like that the Germans were doing bulk listing with 60% markup, like
Uh-huh.
instead of sniping, right?
Hmm.
So I have been doing that. And since last speaking to you, I think it's been what, like 2 weeks, I think. And I have been getting at least two sales every day since then. I'm now sitting at, let's see, my listings are now at 3,000 listings. Let
Uh-huh.
me check. Yeah, like just over 3.2 thousand listings. The profits are very little, I'll be honest. So I kind of don't really have much of a strategy when I decide on what products to list. I kind of just like find drop shippers and then I just um take whatever they're selling and then find similar items and then just put
Right,
it onto my account. And it seems just like the products that they're selling are pretty cheap. So, for
right,
example, what is selling the supplier cost would be around if I'm looking now, it's really cheap. It's everything is less than 50, sitting at around 10 euros to 50 euros. You can see that my profits would be really, really little, but I don't mind because you talk about momentum and things like that. And I can note that when you say sales bring sales, that's the case because today, for example, not sales bring sales, that when you list that it's going to bring sales because, for example, today I wasn't able to use the bulk lister. I had to update the software, and I didn't get any sales today. Whereas actually, wait, no, I got one right at midnight. But the last couple of days, listing about 100 to 150 items every day, I could see my account was just like moving a little bit.
Yes. So Chanel, let me ask you a couple questions, yeah? So
Yeah.
the strategy depends on you, right? You're in the Netherlands right now. The way that Orr was doing it, he got tax exempt on Amazon. You could do that. You can get an LLC and tax exempt your Amazon account as well. However, the real question that needs to be answered is how many hours a day can you devote to eBay?
A good amount.
Okay.
Like,
So then in your case, are you familiar with the product substitution method?
yeah, yeah, roughly.
Yeah, so in your case, what you want to be doing is I'd like to see you don't snipe, right? Sniping, you're not going to be profitable with it, right?
Okay.
You're gonna lose money with that actually.
Mm,
Maybe you'll make a little bit, but it's not going to be as profitable for you. So in your case, if you have the time to devote, then just do product substitution. Like you're gonna continue your bulk listing, right? But your momentum is going to come from your product substitution listings. So here's going to be the strategy that would work for you. So right now you said the Germans are doing it at 60%. Makes sense. It does work, right? But you have to take into account one specific thing. The Germans are doing it in Germany. They're not doing it from the Netherlands to the US.
right.
So so for them, they're not paying that international fee and they're not paying a credit card processing fee either.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
which I
if
am.
right, so for them it's working because they're from Germany and like they're not paying those extra fees, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Canada, I sell in the US, so me and you are kind of united in that
Mm,
process. So
right.
the way that you would do it is from that 60% you established with 3,000 items, good. Keep it like that. The next 1,000, right, do at 70%. The next 1,000 do at 80%. The next 1,000 do at 90%. The next 1,000 do at 100%. The next 1,000 do at 110, all the way till 120.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So the don't like the reason why you're starting at 60 is to get that initial traffic starting to come in, but you're gonna supplement that momentum with product substitution. With product substitution, you're gonna be able to get like those 100% margins, right? And you're gonna have a very high likelihood of that selling. Do you get what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And the thing that I want you to understand with product substitution is don't think about it like, oh, is this item gonna sell? Just know that once you list that item, you just made like $1. We don't know when that dollar is gonna be paid back to you, but just remember you just made $1 from that one, and then just keep listing like 50 like that every day, because it's gonna come back to you. But like for example, let's say you listed 1,000 items, right? And 50 of them sold, right? Those 1,000 items, every one of them paid you. Do you get what I
Right.
mean? That's the
Yeah.
mindset that you need to have when you're going into it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
don't look at it individually, look at it holistically, which
Mm-hmm.
which means like all in the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you repeat
Yeah.
that back to me just so we're clear?
Mm, yeah. So basically, just to continue listing, but now every 1,000 products to list with a 10% increase with the markup. I think I'm now done with 60%, so I can continue at 70%, 80%, and so on and so on. And then, yeah, you're talking about the substitution. Sammy, just to confirm, the last time I heard about the substitution was in that if if I'm listing, say for instance, now a black mouse, and this product is out of stock on
Uh-huh.
Amazon, to message the buyer and tell them, hey, do you want I don't know, a black mouse but of another brand? Is that what you're talking about, the substitution?
Yes, so that is product substitution used in customer service, but I'm talking about product substitution used in listing. So I'm gonna give you two places where you can get the full answer for that. So number
Okay.
one, inside the course, there's gonna be, sorry, in the docs, there's gonna be right under sniping techniques, there's gonna be a video that says product substitution, right?
Okay.
So go to the docs and then I don't know if you're in front of your computer,
Yeah, I
but
am. I can go there now.
yeah, and then under sniping techniques, you're gonna see the video for product substitution. So we made a video there just to show you like how just to explain it a little easier for you.
Right, got it.
And then the next thing is do you have the book?
The book that you sent me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so I'll just send you the link again, but I believe there's a whole chapter in that book about product substitution. I just put it inside the Zoom chat. You can opt in again and you can download the book, but there's a chapter that's fully dedicated to product substitution and explains the theory behind it. I would say like revise it. It should only take you about like less than like 7 minutes.
Okay.
And then from there, like do like 50 a day. If your sales are getting too crazy, like slow it down. Focus on like high margin.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that'll be like your roadmap, right? If you told me like, hey, Sammy, I don't have much time every day, I'll just tell you like, hey, just keep listening,
Okay.
right? But if you have the time, like you're gonna have you have the ability and power to take control of what's gonna happen to you.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, good.
Sounds
So,
good.
Chanel, tell me if you have clarity on the road ahead.
Yeah, no, I do. I do.
Okay,
I,
good,
I have the clarity.
good, good.
I'm
And then
excited.
yeah, keep joining these meetings and like give me an update every week, just so that way we can keep tabs on what's happening with you, yeah?
Yeah,
If
no,
you
I
can.
will. Just one thing, Sammy, just one thing. When so for example, now these products that I had been selling this last week, it obviously we have the quantity set as one for each product, right?
Uh-huh.
When a product is sold out, the little button that we had to press to increase quantity, it was always giving me a red error, right? So I then went and I manually relisted it. If I do that, you know when you click the
Ah,
relist button, when
I
I do
see.
that, is it
I
still
s
linked to EcomSniper?
Wait, hold on a second. So what you just said, so you're telling me that the moment you listed your item, it went out of stock. I mean, not out of stock, but you weren't able to add quantity to the item, yeah?
Yeah.
I gotcha. So this is actually a problem with the settings on your account. If you relisted it, then it'll start with zero sold history again. So when you're setting up the eBay account in chapter 0 of the course, there's a button that you go on ebay.com and there's a button that you click that's gonna go ahead and if the item sells, it's gonna make the quantity zero um, for out of stock items instead of deleting it. In your
Right.
case, when the item sells, it's getting deleted.
Yes.
So you need to go ahead and on your eBay account and then like tick that button so that way it doesn't get deleted and the stock quantity becomes zero instead.
Okay,
So
cool.
so go to chapter 0 of the course in the website
Hmm.
and then there's gonna be a video on how to set up your eBay account. Watch it again and just make sure all your settings are right.
Okay, cool. No, actually, I wanted to know because shortly after I had a conversation with, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Noyon. You know,
Uh-huh.
you okay, good. Yeah, he actually helped me to fix it. So I think we're good now. But
Gotcha. Yeah.
I was just curious what actually happened if you did do it, if your account wasn't set up correctly and you did do it manually, if it would still be connected, but it doesn't matter now.
You didn't do it manually though. Like it's not that like you did something completely different. You relisted the item.
Yes.
That's not the same thing because if you get a sale on an item, the item jumps all the way to the top of searching, and then it has a very high likelihood of it selling it again. But
Yeah.
if you relist it, then you're just starting back from like the original point.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So very important. Like if you get a sale, you gotta increase the quantity and not relist.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you're good now. Like they say that, like the way that you learn is if you fail fast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Make your mistakes, but make them now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think I had a few of those moments.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like we all did. Like, Mark, how many mistakes have you done in the last 11 years?
I mean, more than I could count.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done everything in the book, yeah.
And Chanel, you were saying something about when you were doing product research. Like when I find someone that has a lot of sold items, but they're too cheap, I just change the settings of like the bulk list and the product hunter to like $20 and above. So it may use the same similar items, but it'll find a more expensive item.
Mhm.
Oh, right.
Or
Okay,
just
great.
scan people with higher margins. That's another solution.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely do it because I actually like my technique, but I don't like that I'm pulling really cheap items.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I think Mark's had a good idea. My
Mm,
advice would be scan like other sellers. Like the more data you have, the more you're gonna be able to kind of manipulate.
yeah. Yeah, I know for sure. For sure.
Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
All right. So do you have any other questions that you want to talk about today?
Um, Not for now. There were just a few products that I noticed that I was trying to list, and then I got some emails saying that I was trying to list counterfeit items.
It happens.
So that's that, I suppose. But
Do
for
you
the
have
most
the Vero
part,
protection on?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I suppose like, we can't be 100% safe with everything.
Yeah, most of these are AI generated responses, so you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's only been of everything I've tried to list, I've only received two emails,
Yeah, I
taking
think
listings down.
or you told me you had like 10 of those emails in a day and your sales were better the next day. Yeah.
Yeah, I still get them from time to time, but for me, honestly, it's had zero effect on my account.
Yeah. They used to have an effect like 4 years ago, before eBay started using AI to like determine if they're copyright or not or something. But because they know their thing is super faulty and it's making mistakes, they don't penalize people.
Yeah, I've even gotten one message request from a company themselves asking me to take down their product.
All right, and you took it down, yeah?
Yeah, I just took it down. I don't want to
Yeah.
deal with them.
And then did you submit it to the Vero list?
I did actually. I think I actually sent that to Ben G, and he submitted it.
Oh, gotcha. You
Yeah.
can submit it from your dashboard as well.
Okay. Yeah, I will next time.
Yeah, like the more people that are added together, like the greater like the community is safe, you know? So it's like a
Yeah,
communal effort.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you betcha.
Mm.
All right, so Chanel, like you can do the same. Like if you have any brands that are causing the issues, you can just submit them and then it'll keep everybody safe, yeah?
Okay, cool.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna jump to Ben. Ben, how you doing, bro?
Can you come back to me, bro? I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And being
No,
that I'm in California, I
no,
can be on the latest, so it's not a big deal.
no, you're good. You're good. Let me jump to Jonathan. Jonathan, how you doing, brother?
Oh, what's up, Sammy? How are you? How are you
Good.
doing?
Bro, I actually stumbled across your YouTube channel by accident.
Oh no.
Bro,
Yeah,
it was solid, yeah. Like I was watching your videos of
I
getting
was
apps.
just uploading some videos. I do conventional drop shipping and all that as well. So I did hit a a mark recently, $1,000 day, which is cool. Nothing magical. I need to learn some new skills. So honestly, like this whole time, most of my effort has been going there, and I've been
Yeah,
doing a bit to kind of raise cash. But
makes
I'm
total
interested
sense.
in
I actually found you because Elias's video subscribed to him, and then
yeah.
he popped up, and then just like the other day, and then I went to the comments, and then I saw you posted. I'm like, Jonathan has a channel. Let me check it out. I
Yeah,
clicked it.
I was just there supporting Elias. He's been trying to grow his, so
Yeah,
he's got a great channel. So yeah,
you have a
um,
great channel too. It's so authentic.
thank you, Sammy. I'm gonna get back to that when I have more updates. But yeah,
Yeah, tell me what's going
so
on.
so yeah, we got three accounts. I'm gonna get a VA. So one thing I did is I bought some new computers, and I just wanted to know a few technical things. So I mean, when I
Sure.
have a new computer, I literally this one's just gonna house my main account on this computer right here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want, a VA to be able to access sensitive stuff like banking information and all that. So can I just take this device, I just reset it in case there's anything wrong with it. And
Uh-huh.
can I just move my entire setup over there? Just log into all my emails, log into the Amazons.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's the
How old
question.
is the account?
So this account is like 6 months old now. It's my main account. And if push comes to shove, I can just keep it here, have the VA remote onto this computer, but I don't want them, to be able to log into my
Yeah.
account. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. I
I
got
was
you.
told just to use a different device, and to keep
I,
it fully safe, I just got a new device.
to be fair, I that's what I do. Right? My main computer, nobody has access. Not even my mother. I'm
Yeah.
just
No, and there's a lot of stuff going on my computer even beyond just eBay, right? So I got Shopify, so I don't want
Yeah, yeah.
that.
No, totally get you. Totally get you. So here, if you do, so you have two options. You can let them access it, or you have three options. You can log into eBay on the other computer, right? I don't like to ever do that, right? Like it's just like that's just kind of like one of my ta the taboos that I don't like to do.
Personally don't like logging into a new device, even if it's the same Wi-Fi, because it's just a different device IP.
Right. I just don't like to do that in general. That's just kind of one of my rules. Like I literally move computers from one house to another. I have this big fat computer that I like
Right.
carry around that's like 7 years old just because of
Oh,
fear. I don't
yeah.
know. Like
Here.
the fear just keeps like me holding on to. I'm sure nothing would happen, but
Yeah.
I just don't like to do it.
No, it's my busiest account, so just to stay safe, I could just keep working on this one, give the VA all the new accounts, and then I open 5, 10 new accounts, and I can maybe test it down the line or something.
you have another option. I think you'll be fine, but there's another option you can do. It's called a cookie transfer.
Cookie transfer. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, like, or do you know what a cookie transfer is?
I do not know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Or's like a complete computer guy, techie guy as well. Yeah,
Oh, sick or nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
the dude has like, I don't want to say his stuff, but it's a big guy, man.
I mean, that's how we work on Facebook. We use the cookie transfer. Instead of signing into your account, you could just extract like the cookies of the session that you're working on. And then when you can get a cookie importer and then you import the session and it's like you didn't even sign in. You just took the session from one browser to the other
Exactly.
browser.
So you're basically able to like work as though you're signed in without being signed in, without flagging eBay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not a new
exactly.
sign in. Yeah, it's like the same
Oh.
session keeps going.
Could I do that for my Amazons and eBays and just bring it over to new computer to stay 100% safe? Is that
I
possible?
don't know if it's 100% safe, but if I ever do move things, I do it like that. So I literally grab the cookies from my one browser and then I import it to my other computer without ever logging in. We're just transferring the session somewhere else.
Okay, cool. And it's easy to do. I just search up a YouTube video. It'll be there, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's there's like Chrome extensions that'll show you how to like grab a cookie and then put it somewhere else. Yeah, you can even trick people into like giving you their their cookie and then you'll
Oh,
log into
you
their
need to log
Facebook.
in.
That was
Ooh,
the
yeah.
that was the first time that I was exposed to it. Like when I was a kid, somebody hacked my Facebook account. They told me, "Go here, download this, send me these cookies," and I did it to them. And then next thing you know, he's like sending messages to everybody, making a joke out of me.
Oh, well, it's good you learned about it with a Facebook account rather than like something really sensitive. So that's good.
Bro,
All right.
what more sensitive can you get, man? You know, like I was a
I don't know,
young,
like
impressionable guy, yeah.
maybe like a bank login or something. I don't know.
Yeah, fair
Um,
enough. Fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah. So, okay, awesome. So I'll figure that out.
So just to be clear, I wouldn't log in. I would take my cookies and I would just inject it into the other browser.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And you think there probably wouldn't be an issue, but just to be safe, you're telling me just to make sure it stays safe. So,
Yeah, I think logging in wouldn't be an issue either. I'm just like so
yeah.
paranoid because I've seen the edge cases.
You've seen where it becomes a problem, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming you could also get like quietly flagged too, and your sales die or something, maybe.
No, like it's not the repercussion that I've seen is like they sometimes like if you did it from an IP that's like way far from you, right? They're
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and sometimes I've seen the case where they do a re-verification and then eBay investigates and boom, the account is shut down.
So if I log in though, and it's but that other device is on the same internet, same home internet, is it?
Exactly. You're gonna like it's much safer. Like I don't think it's gonna be an issue.
You
Like I
don't think
can kind of gamble. I can kind of tell you like 99% it's gonna be okay. I would still do the cookie transfer
you'd still
just
do it? Yeah.
to yeah.
All right, well, I'll take that into account. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Or. Thank you, Sammy. So the second thing is just my tethering. I got my 5G mail set up on the new computer. My phone is still plugged in there. Um, I haven't been using it. And yeah, so I just want to review. I'm gonna start knocking off the Amazons if that sounds good. We're
Yeah,
going, just to refresh, I do it right. I'm gonna test the card I'm gonna use, credit card on Walmart, make sure it works on a different computer. We're
good.
gonna use just fake name, and then each address is gonna be just a different address. It could be my neighbor or just someone in the same zip code. And that's gonna be the address we use. And
Yeah,
that's it, right? I've made Amazons before, nothing else to worry about.
that's it. Like
Cool.
well, that's not it. It's you
Yeah,
just know the rest.
yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So we'll t tack off the first five, and then I'll come back, and that's when we'll put in the information, buy the Prime, and we'll come back. We'll do the order, and once that's done, we got a new set of five to use. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. And then yeah, I found a VA. He's in the group. His name's YK. I think he's another user's VA, and yeah, I think I'm gonna work with him. He
What
wants to
what
do
what what's his name?
Naveem.
Naveem. Naveem. He
Yeah.
is like he is like one of the deepest guys I know about on eBay. Like
Yeah.
he's more on another level.
Yeah. So I mean,
He's not even a VA. He's like a genius like at
that's
this
what
stuff.
I'm saying is he almost sounded like, and I actually I'm fine with it because I want to save the time, and I'd love to put the time I spend on eBay, put it into just building more accounts, building out an infrastructure for him.
Naveen is a solid guy, but just remember he is running an agency.
Okay.
Right. But his level, like I speak to Naveen and I speak to him, the conversations I have is like, why isn't this selling? How does the algorithm work? Like we go back and forth and have these kind of conversations. So he's incredibly deep, right? I think like just sticking with him, like you'll just level up so fast.
Yeah. No, I
No.
mean, I've talked to him personally. He seems like a great guy. And
I
yeah, I think that's the guy I'm going to work with, honestly, just kind of take it to the next level. And again, I want cash flow. I want to save my
yeah.
time. I got my main thing I'm working on. But
N-
of
n-
course, I'd love to
I
just,
I gotta tell so just one warning with regarding that. So as I said, Naveen does run an agency. He's not gonna be working on your account personally. Maybe he will, I don't know. But it's not gonna get this. It's almost like me kind of taking over your account. It's not gonna be me that actually works on it. Do you get what I
mm,
mean? Like you'd
yeah,
be um so if you're gonna go down that route, make sure that you have like a stake um in what's going on.
okay.
Don't ever be like fully hands free.
Okay. So how would you recommend I do that? Because I mean, basically, it's a split based on profit, right?
Right. So
So
my
an
my
incentive
concern
for
with
him. Yeah.
yeah, my concern with Naveen. So Mark, you ran agencies before, yeah?
Right, yeah.
But was it ever you that was managing all the accounts?
I mean, it's impossible. At some point, it's impossible for me to manage all the accounts.
Right. So even with your supervision, did mistakes and stuff happen?
Right, exactly. You have to be, if he if he's using EcomSniper on all the accounts, that would reduce some of the mistakes that would happen.
Right. So
Yeah, we we we
Jonathan, the
also
main
we also discussed it, and he said, we're not interested in like pushing it to the limit. So that I think that would also reduce the number of cases and stuff.
Jonathan, that's not what I'm saying. Like Naveen
Okay.
is like he knows everything, right?
Okay. Yeah. But
What
he's
what
not
I'm
the one personally
e-
working. Yeah.
exactly. So that's why like when you're going into this, like I would say look at it from the agency owner's perspective. He's not going to be able to give you like full attention, right? He has other clients that he has to divide his attention over, right? So
Mhm.
I would say like co-manage the account and not be fully reliant on him, right?
Okay.
Still check in, like see what needs to be done and
And I also
let
have
his
another
team know.
option of training someone I found on my own. I found someone. So I could also consider that if you think that's better. I think you told me that you think that's probably better.
I think that's the best because you have like full control over it.
Okay.
If Naveen was the only one that was doing it for
Yeah,
your
of
account,
course, 100%. But he
I'd be
can't
like, yeah, I'd be like 100%. This guy's I wanted him to join me, man.
be.
Like,
So,
but he's not gonna do it, right? He's like
yeah.
he knows his worth.
So I guess my only other question would be like if I did choose to hire someone on my own, train them on my own and all of that. Sorry, would you recommend a profit split or just like a flat salary?
I would give a salary with like a 10%. Like some other guys do like a 50-50 profit split only, but I think that the 10% salary, I mean profit split is gonna. So this is what I actually implemented just recently. So I started off by my team giving them hourly, and then we
Mhm.
switched to salary, and just recently we switched to salary plus 10% split of the
So
profits.
like a base amount plus 10% of profit.
Exactly. Just so that they have like a skin in the game
Incentive,
where
incentive.
they're gonna care. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good.
The split is good for care.
That's what I thought as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate your honest, really honest advice on that, and I'll weigh it all in when I make the decision, and it'll be my decision. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Don't get me wrong though. I think either way, there's no wrong decision. Naveen's a solid guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And even wouldn't be him managing, I think, he still doesn't want his clients to like have a bunch of mistakes on their
For
account or
sure. For
yeah.
sure. Like I don't doubt his execution. I I I I would trust him.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
would trust
I
him.
mean, if I'm gonna go agency, probably would choose him, but
Yeah.
obviously there's another option. So, all
Yeah.
right. Well, thank you, Sammy. I appreciate it so much. All
Yeah,
right.
you
Thank you.
betcha.
Hope you've been good.
I'm good, bro. Like give us an update what's happening with your with your Shopify next time, yeah? Or whenever
Yes,
you're
sir.
ready.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm learning some skills. Today was a tough day. I'm learning how to make like these longer virtual sales letter ads. It's so hard. Oh my God. So I just got
Yeah.
to keep working at it. So
Your channel to me is so exciting because like it's documented.
yeah, yeah, it
You know
is. It
what I
is.
mean? If
So
you keep doing it, then it's just like
just shows your
what
growth over time, man.
right, like slowly your background is gonna start changing. One day there's gonna be a pool in the background and you're not even gonna say what's happening.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, just
All
keep
right.
upgrading the background, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Sammy.
Alrighty, bro. Take care, man. Mark,
Bye.
that just reminds me of like your videos when you had like the pool and everything in the background.
Yeah, yeah.
That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was super aesthetic, yeah.
And
All
I
right.
didn't think about it at the time. It's just when everyone kept reacting to it.
Yeah, it was. I sometimes I watch for the pool, man. I just wish the audio was better.
Right.
Yeah. So all right. So Farrukh, let me jump to you. How you doing? Salaam alaikum, Aki. Farrukh, can you hear me?
Alaikum salam, brother. Sorry, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good, bro. My bad. I didn't upload the videos yet.
It's all good. It's all good, brother. No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, if you could, yeah, that would be great, man.
Yeah, yeah. There's like 12 of them. So I just looked at it and I was like, wow, we're very backlogged. But I
Just hit
realized,
your.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna hit your VA and just tell him to do it. How
True.
many? You probably got a bunch now at this point,
No, I don't. I just have like the same small little well,
bro.
I guess. Yeah.
Bro, I
Like
don't touch anything no more. I just let him do everything.
yeah,
I
that's
just,
well, one thing I'll tell you with that is like my VAs, I work hard in them, and
yeah, yeah,
and so because of that, um like they work harder.
yeah, brother. Actually, the my job's just got kind of busy out of nowhere, so I haven't been really even been able to do that much.
You're working hard.
Uh, Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I actually, bro, I got scammed by one of my VAs, and then
Oh, no
my,
way.
yeah, then my other one kind of came to the rescue, which is one of my best ones. So
What
And like
happened?
he was like basically placing orders that I never got. He was placing like he was shipping, buying items that I never actually got.
Oh
And then
man.
I you know on two three 2 weeks ago I got hacked or something. I got someone got access to one of my accounts. I don't know how. And
Hmm.
then I thought maybe it was the same guy, like someone hacked me. But yeah, so I didn't really think much of it. I thought maybe just this hackers like doing some bullshit. But
Yeah.
then one of my other VAs kind of like audited the order sheet, and he's like, "Look, this guy, whoever your other VA is, he hasn't even put in like the money back from your return. So he's like kind of like bullshitting the profits and stuff."
Oh man. Oh man. That it happened to me too in the past. Well, not by a VA. We got hacked and then like they just been siphoning like orders one by one from us. And I never found out how we got hacked, but we just tightened the hell up from our security. So like
Yeah,
now like to
yeah,
even access our computers, like you can only access it from like so we have like 30 computers, but only four that is open to the public that's being monitored. And then
yeah.
from those four, like you have to inception to the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, I the reason I was able to tie it back is, I mean, I have a couple VAs. What
Uh-huh.
I try to do is I try to find out who the best one is,
Hmm.
and basically I never give them the same account. So if like let's say I have a couple of Amazon accounts, the same VA won't ever have the same Amazon like
Yeah.
account, right? So that's the way I do it. But yeah, I figured out what he was doing, and I was just able to tie it back, and it's all good. I mean,
So
it's
what'd you do next? Like what's the next part? What'd you do? Like don't tell me you
well,
gave him a raise. Like
I stayed quiet because I can't risk my account getting you know him taking revenge and then like just ruining my account. So I gotta what I'm doing is I'm staying quiet. I'm like basically getting my main the best VA I have. I'm kind of like letting him know, hey, look, whenever you're ready, let me know. That way, it's like a smooth transition. So
ah.
I didn't do anything. I'm like I'm just gonna be quiet, and once I'm ready, I'll be like, yo, here's a presentation. This is how I know you did it, and
M-
you
Mark,
know,
so once I remember you told me a story, something ha similar happened to you. Like one of your employees were stealing from you, and then you just called the cops on them, and then you told his mother.
What do you, I mean,
Like wasn't that a story you told me once?
say that again?
Like one time you told me a story where one of
yeah,
your employees was stealing from you, and then you called the cops on him, and then you called his mother.
that's funny as hell,
No,
dog.
I found him at his mother's house.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So in Farouk's case, what would you advise? Because
No, but in Peru, I had a similar situation where um I did a video about it last year
uh
where we hired some guys to do TikTok and they were placing orders on Amazon that had nothing to do with our orders.
Yeah,
But Farouk, you have to be careful about the person who's saying they're gonna take over because I had a similar situation, but they both knew each other. So I just
yeah,
took
that's crazy.
access completely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think these guys do, but everyone I hire is from Pakistan, so I mean, even if they were here, what am I do? Gonna kill him? Like there's not
Of
much I
course,
can really do anyway. So
of
it's
course you
like
can. It's Pakistan, man.
no, but even then, like like there's not much you can really do. Like I mean, just you just gotta cut your losses. I mean, I'm basically getting free labor this month though. That's for sure. So
I
I
I
mean,
would I would definitely cut him off though.
no, no,
Yeah,
I
don't
will. I
wanna
just can't risk it right now. I got to make sure that
Uh-huh.
the transition is smooth. Trust me. You think I didn't want to
Gotcha.
do it at the same time? I found out, but
Yeah.
I did like deeper. I did a deeper dive. I kind of found out. Okay, this guy is for sure because I saw it on other accounts. He was also playing, trying to place the same orders, but like he played it off real smooth. Like he was super confident. He's like, oh no, it wasn't me. Blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just got to be
How'd you
smooth
find the
with.
guy, by the way?
Facebook. I mean, I pretty much find everyone on Facebook.
Gotcha, gotcha. So that's your story is like the number one fear that everybody has when it comes to hiring somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
That
I'm not like upset about it. I'm not because at the end of the
sure,
day, the way I see it is like,
but that's because you're
bro.
strong-willed, you know. Not everybody's you, right?
Yeah, but like the way I see it, like, bro, like you're the one who took the loss. So like, I want to work long term, and I even pay guys
True.
like even better. I pay them more 'cause if they do good work. I'm
Yeah,
like, bro, you took the L, not me. Like, thanks for letting me know you're scum.
yeah.
So it's
No,
whatever.
totally get you. I've had bad VAs in the past. It's if anything, you get you like you, it becomes a blessing in disguise. You know, if you have a very big business, you want to make these mistakes today.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I don't mind. And like the other
Yeah,
guy I have, he's like spending like hours with me. Like, he's like, hey, look, this is what he like literally broke it down. Like I only saw the orders, but he like literally audited the whole thing. He's like, yo, like this guy's really playing with your money and stuff. So
yeah. This is
like
a solid guy. Solid guy.
yeah,
At
yeah,
least from what you're telling me.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's all good though. Happens. Just wanted to
Mhm.
let you know that happened though. Just be careful, everyone.
Yeah, and just because I'm recording these videos, I'll just give like some advice to anybody. When I hire somebody, the number one thing that I look for is referrals. Right? I like to only hire within. Or if let's say that Farrukh, you know, a solid guy, I'm gonna say that, hey, does your solid guy know any other solid guys? And then we'll keep going down that funnel. And if I'm to start from beginning, from scratch again, the first thing that I do is I would go ahead and I wouldn't look at Filipino jobs for hire or Pakistani jobs for hire groups on Facebook, but I'll look for religious communities, like people who are devout to God or something. And then from there, I would get on a call and I wouldn't ask them about their resume. I would first ask them, like, how's the relationship with God? Like, what do they believe? And then from there, like, I'll trust the guy and then we'll start the process. So whenever I'm hiring, right, somebody brand new, if I don't have a referral, like I'll look for, like spirituality, like something that I can kind of anchor to trust. You know what I mean? So that way we can like avoid a lot of these problems. All right. So Farouk, so tell us how your business is going, and if you have any questions on the road ahead.
It's going good. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
I think the tracker is kind of throwing me off.
Mm-hmm.
The questions I have are pretty pretty simple. I think you've kind of already touched on them too. But
Uh-huh.
for example, the tracker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, most of the bulk items are going to be not even most, but all of them are going to be 99 cents. And
Uh-huh.
so, you know, that works all fine, right? You can run the tracker on them, but the problem I guess I face is like when we put that sale event or whatever, when we put the sale on, right, the price changes. It's not 99 anymore.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yeah.
the tracker doesn't work on them anymore. Am I doing it wrong, or is that?
No, no, you're doing it right. You're basically saying you're losing money from the sniped items.
No, no, I'm not losing money at all. Because I'm not, the sniped items aren't the issue. It's
Uh-huh.
just like the bulk items after they go on sale.
Uh-huh.
They basically don't really get tracked unless like I stop a
Oh,
sale like a
gotcha.
day.
Yes. Yeah, I got what you're saying. So regarding that, that was actually something that eBay made a change with on their side.
Mm.
So like in the last couple months, what happened was eBay said that if you don't um any item that's on a sale, what they're gonna be doing is you're not able to revise it on the active listings anymore. So you have to end the sale and then like run the tracker. So I am working on a solution for this, and let me go ahead and give you a demo, like what I'm talking about.
Right
So
now?
yeah, like I'll just give you guys a preview, since you guys are here. I'm not releasing it yet, but so over here, right, we're using like eBay CSV to pull in like all of your active items. And then this new tracker, it's called a CSV processor. If I press start, right, it's gonna go ahead and like search on Amazon one by one, and then it's gonna pull in the start price and the quantity. So let me go ahead and pause it, but it's much faster too. Let's say I'm gonna put 10 threads, and then there you go. Like you're gonna be able to scan all your items much faster. And then you can see the timing. In 7 seconds, we're already done 12 items, 13 items. And then it gets all your stock prices. I'm gonna pause it. And then if I'm gonna export the CSV, you're gonna be able to set up your new global pricing, variable pricing, or whatever. So this new tracker is gonna solve the problem that you mentioned right now, and it's gonna be much faster than um like the previous one. But
How
I'll
do you
just
pull in
need
the file? Is it you just export when you're done?
great question. So like how you pull it in? Let me go ahead and I'll show you. So actually, I've been making this kind of dummy proof, so that way that it's just as easy as possible. So you can just press download active listing CSV. It's gonna go to your account. It's gonna go ahead and click all the buttons for you. Download the CSV. You can see that it's in progress, and it's gonna pull it into the software automatically. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
So you know, like regarding like downloading and exporting it, uploading it, like the software will handle it, and I'll be making a video on it as well. But this is kind of like my current project right now. But the cool thing about it is that you're gonna be able to have a lot more control to manipulate your entire store. Because I know a lot of us like if you have a 60% markup and you want to change it to 70, 80%, that takes a bit some time, right? If you're gonna do it with the tracker, especially if you have 10,000 items. But with this new solution, we're gonna be able to kind of make these changes on the fly. Do you get what I mean?
Yes, that's crazy. Do
Yeah, I
you
know.
like
Okay.
when are you releasing?
So I'm gonna maybe in like the next 3 days or so, like I'm not that active inside the Telegram right now because I'm just busy working on these things, yeah. And Noyin is kind of like just answering any questions. So as so in like 3 days or so, if everything goes well, like that's when I'll release this new feature. But it's so cool, so fast, so powerful. Like, and then we can even do things like changing all of the titles on the items as well. Like all of these things become possible with this new feature.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Looking
Even
forward.
I'm excited to use it too, man.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah. Let
I'm telling
let me
you.
know when you release it, bro, please.
Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you. Like, inshallah, 3 days. Like, as long as I'm able to continue working on it, we're gonna have like a very powerful way to manage the accounts.
So you make these things, like you program them and everything?
So I'm not the only programmer. We have Anis as well. So we kind of like coexist in this space.
Hmm.
And then we have like one freelancer that kind of jumps in every now and then.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I just get VAs to do everything, to be honest, at this point.
Yeah, but you know, like as I said, like if my,
No, yeah. I'm
you
just
know,
looking at.
like they gotta. If my team sees me slacking off, they're gonna, you know, they're gonna follow suit.
No, I get it. I get it. I just, yeah.
Yeah. If they
I'm
see me
trying.
in the Bahamas tomorrow, you know, that's the end of Ecom Sniper, huh?
Nah. I'm not like wrestling or anything. It's just like I'm working on my actual like
No,
day job.
no, you're
Is what
doing
I.
something great, dude.
Yeah,
Like they just want to see you working, whatever it is.
yeah.
You know what? Nobody respects somebody who's like doing nothing.
No, for sure, for sure. I don't want to make it seem like I'm being lazy or anything though.
No,
But yeah,
no,
yeah,
absolutely not, dude. You're doing something like you're funding your growth through your job. Like I think what you're doing is a super smart way of doing things.
yeah. I had a
Yeah.
few other things. So
Hmm.
I talked to, is it? I thought it was Noyan, but is it Noyin?
Yeah. Noyin, yeah.
Yeah, I talked to
Or
Noyin.
Noyan. Like I think he has two ways of saying it. I didn't confirm actually. He told me both. I said it both ways. He said yes, and I was just
Yeah.
stuck with the one that works for me.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so no Noyin, I was talking to him because like the get SKU button was missing from
Mhm.
my basically items, and like
Uh-huh.
I was just wondering if that was a feature, like you guys removed it or something, or is just like an
So
issue with my account.
it's not that it's removed. If you have the so the get SKU pulls the custom label from your item, right? But if you already have the custom label on your listing, then there's no need to get it from anywhere.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like some of them don't have it,
I
and I don't
see.
have it either, and that was the issue I was facing.
Gotcha. So some of your items don't have a custom label SKU. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and it won't even pull in from the tracker. Like there's like probably like only three that just will not pull in any SKU at all.
I see. In that case, you should add the SKU manually if there's
Okay.
only three.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah,
I already did. I was just like kind of
gotcha.
opening, you
Y-
know.
Yeah, that feature was actually made for anyone who made a mistake in like setting up their account. So it's kind of like a fail proof, but it shouldn't actually be a part of the software. Do you get what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Good
Uh,
question. Good question.
yeah, the only so I've been running an account and I just did it perfectly. I actually had to slow down the sales because I've been getting too many and like
Uh-huh.
when I get toasted, I'm already at like 3,500
Nice.
revenue. So
I like the caution.
yeah,
Boy, don't you know it.
I think I did a little bit too much though, like on the markup, because now I'm not really getting much. I'm mostly just selling snipes.
Uh-huh.
So I was gonna ask you like, what's a good
Uh-huh.
consistent markup price, or that's just something I have to figure out myself.
Good question. No, this is we've already have so much data on that. So it depends on your circumstance. Number one, are you tax exempt on your Amazon accounts?
Yes,
Do you have cashback cards?
yes.
Okay,
To
so in that case, like if you're like you should be pulling in like steady sales with a 60%. Like you can, like with what you can rake in like $1,000 a month in profit with like a couple thousand listings with a 60% markup with that setting.
okay. And what about with no cashback? Just
I would do 80% like just to start and then move all the way to 100. But if you have all of those other things in place, I think 80% is like a nice sweet spot.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Good. Yeah, and I'm about to get my actual account back as well, so hopefully,
Nice.
yeah.
Inshallah
And
it goes well.
yeah, according to Marty, I don't even need to send them like any sort of tracking
Mahdi
info.
is the king.
Yeah. So I'm about to have that account back, and then I'm just warming up other accounts right now. So
Yeah.
I think if I have any questions, it's going to be mainly on the sales because I ran this perfectly, man. I mean, I had to slow the sales down. Like,
Beautiful.
yeah,
Beautiful. Yeah, like slow and steady. Like you don't have to go slow. You just have to go horizontal.
yeah. I think those are the next few questions that are going to come up. Like, what do I do after like five accounts? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. We're here. Like we're here. You'd probably at that point you'd probably just to give you a heads up, it's either you have somebody like who's managing it on your behalf and taking control, or you
I'm not
hire.
managing it.
Oh, if you're not managing it, then that guy who's managing it, it's kind of his responsibility to kind of build out the infrastructure.
I mean more like you know how you say you recommend five accounts per name. That's what I
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. And whose ID is it on right now?
right now. It's all me. Well,
Okay.
it's all me.
Yeah, so I would say you just get you do it simply, get like an LLC or an S corp, and just grab somebody else's ID and make them the primary contact on eBay. And if you want to go a different way, you can start the agency model instead and
Okay.
make them make five accounts. So either
Okay.
or, whatever you're more comfortable with.
Okay. Understood. Yeah, that's all I had. Appreciate you, brother, so much.
Yeah, yeah, you betcha. Or you said something about like just say it out loud, yeah?
Which
Yeah.
one? Oh, sorry.
And
No,
so
you
I heard
add
a few
something.
people were asking about how to hire VAs and all that. And honestly, from my experience, I've hired around 50 VAs so far, and it's really hard to manage a worker when they're like virtual. And what I've done over time is I actually switched to putting my VAs in an office in Pakistan. And I actually like it's very cheap to do that. Like I only pay like $100 of rent every month, And what I do is I find one guy in the niche that I'm working in. So for example, like drop shipping, I would go to a Facebook group for drop shipping, and I'd find a Pakistani guy that's trying to do it himself. And then I would offer him some type of, like, first I would talk to them, make sure we're on the same page. It's a cool guy, seems trusted and everything.
Mhm.
And then I offer them a partnership where it's like, okay, I'll be your investor and I'll be the guy in the United States and you'll be managing the back end in Pakistan. And then what I do is I rent like an apartment and turn it into an office. And I have that guy responsible for hiring locals in their local language and putting them through interviews and all of that in the office. And then I also put cameras in the office as well. And that way it's like really hard for them to steal from me or to do anything because first of all, they have the manager watching them and I'm able to watch them on the cameras as well. And we really do like a really good interview process with them to make sure we know who we're working with.
That is such a solid thing that you said. It just the first thing that I thought in my head was capitalism.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought. But I
I
think
mean,
solid
I
strategy.
lived in Nicaragua, so I ran the agency thing like with an office with like 60 people in it and so on.
Yeah, yeah, makes total sense. For that reason, to stay away from that, my way is like the complete opposite. It's like they join me as like brothers. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna if I had 50 employees, like I don't know how to manage that with the way that I'm doing it. So your way makes total sense at that level. Or let me ask you something, yeah?
Yeah.
Um, you came from like a completely different business model, right? However, the truth between the two models is the VAs. Would you agree that, just with making money online, like the real secret in all of this is being able to hire VAs?
Yeah, and personally, I don't believe that like working in the traditional ways of VAs is scalable, where you don't really know where your worker is, what he's doing during the day. Like he could be like playing Xbox while he's working on your project as well.
I've had
But
that. Yeah.
yeah, and that's why I've completely stopped with the VAs, and now I have all my workers in offices, and like it's pretty cheap, so it's worth it, and
It's such a
the amount of
beautiful
work they
idea.
do, yeah, it's much better because it turns
Mhm.
everything into like a legit job. Like in their eyes, they're working a legit job, same as if we were to go work an office job here.
Such a great idea. I'm gonna have to write that one down. Well, it's recorded, so we're gonna have that here.
Yeah,
What?
great.
But or like just like that was actually some top advice. You and Mark both said it. But just to bounce back from that, from coming from a different business model, would you agree with me that the real secret in online business is having VAs?
Yeah, definitely. You can't scale it without them.
Right, exactly. So, like if for everybody watching, if you really want to grow this business, software is great. All of this, the methods are great, but really what makes all of this like scalable and what's possible is having employees, right? Because we're like, well, I'm assuming most of us are from first world countries, right? Our currency is just worth that much more. And we can leverage that so like 1 hour of our time gets multiplied by 10, right? That is the real power in all of this. You know
Even
what I
more.
mean? Even more, even more, right? So with that being said, like for anybody who's hesitating from taking the jump of hiring somebody, just know that, like wherever you go, right? If you're gonna make money online, this is a step that needs to be crossed, right? Even like automation makes it so that you need less people, but as you grow your businesses, like the VAs are what makes everything like truly passive and
And
truly be able to scale.
they eventually get better than you and you'll start learning from them.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. My now like that becomes into like so nowadays I actually look for talent. In the beginning I used to look for like just anybody. But now once you start getting better at hiring, like you're able to look for like talent as well. And when you have people that are smarter than you working for you, like that is a whole nother experience. Like holy crap, that's crazy. It's a crazy way of working, man. Like
Yeah.
just imagine like some guy who's like I've had geniuses that worked for me. But those geniuses, what I used to do was I would give them impossible jobs. Like my account would get suspended. I would just told them one sentence, unsuspend the account because I knew they're capable of figuring out something. And the guy messaged the VP of LinkedIn. I'm
Wow.
sorry, of eBay. And then they unsuspended my account personally. So so yeah, like really like VAs are the secret, one of the secrets of like online world, yeah. So if anybody who hasn't taken that step, don't be scared. Like that is where liberation starts, yeah? All right. So I'm gonna jump to I believe Ashton, you came next. How you doing, brother?
Hey, how you going, Sammy?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, man? Give us an update. What's been happening?
Uh, first 2 weeks of EcomSniper, it's been going great. Basically double my sales. I was doing 2K a month before EcomSniper. Now I'm doing 4 grand a month, so it's pretty good.
Very nice.
So just obviously just listing on each account like 200 items per day. Just staying consistent. Just doing this what you've watching all
Mhm.
your videos and stuff.
All right. So how many listings are you at now, yeah?
I got like 2,200 on my main and like 800 on my second.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just began, dude. Like literally you just started. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so I'm just listing, yeah, as much as I can.
Yeah, and you're in the Australian market, so your goal is to like list forever. There is no limit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get 25,000 on each account, like you said in the last meeting.
I wouldn't even stop there. Like I would just like once I finished the 25K goal, I'd move on to like 50K. You
Yeah,
get what I mean?
yeah,
Just because Australia doesn't give you any listing fees, yeah?
yeah.
Okay, good. So Ashton, do you have any questions on the road ahead?
It's all good for now. I've just like I opened up two more accounts just so like I just want to have them like warmed up
Hmm.
before. Like I'm obviously gonna focus on my two accounts right now, but I just want to warm these other two accounts up so they're ready
Smart.
for when I want to post, like
Smart. Don't
list on.
even don't even drop ship. Like if you're gonna do
Yeah,
that, my top advice for that is list real items and trigger one real sale, ship it out with the eBay label, and get the deposit into your bank account. And that's
yeah,
when you know the account is truly like finished its warm up phase. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Sounds
Good.
good.
Good. And nothing high risk. Just to be clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sounds
Good.
good.
And Ashton, in your case, I saw Adam's skills. He sent you like he responded back to you or something, yeah, in the Telegram.
Yeah.
He's actually our oldest Australian member.
Oh, so he does good numbers.
Yeah, like he's the most experienced that we have in the Australian market today. So I would say in your case, like get into contact with him. Maybe like and like see if you guys can build a connection. You
Yeah,
get
I'll
what I
definitely
mean?
contact him straight after this.
Yeah, yeah, like really like you wanna stay in contact with the Australian guys as much as you can because you're solving the same problems as the other Australians, right? And Adam is gonna be a few steps ahead of you.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, good. So your next steps would be like continue scaling, list more items, um, and then like reach out to Adam and like try to build a relation. Maybe if you can meet up, man.
yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, good. All right. So, Mike, you asked in the. I'm gonna jump to you after. We're just going in a circle. But Mike said, "Is it okay to cancel orders if buyers haven't paid? It's been 4 days." No, it's never okay to cancel an order. Um, if they didn't pay, then it's just like eBay is gonna handle it for you anyways. So just leave it as it is, and then eBay is gonna prompt them, and then they can choose to like request to cancel or not. Let me know if that made sense, yeah? Mike, let me know if that made sense to you. You guys can hear me or?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, all right. So, All right, so I'm gonna jump to Kleko. Brother, like your username, like I'm not sure what let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Kleko, can you hear me? Kleko, I know you had some questions about like scaling and VAs. Let me know if you can hear me. Like we can talk about that today. All right, so let me jump. So I'm gonna come back to Kleko. Let me jump to Kai. Kai, how you doing, brother? Kai, let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, yeah. No, so click if you can get a mic or like jump into the Zoom with your phone or something, and then you can you can kind of like jump into the discussion because I know that we talked inside the Discord. Um, yeah, okay, yeah, you can get it next week. But if you wanna like have that conversation about the VAs or anything right now, we can do that. If you can get the mic. But for now, I'm gonna jump to Kai. Kai, how you doing, bro?
Hi, Sammy, how are you?
Good, good. By the way, man, I really like your name, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I used to watch something called, I don't know if you guys know Beyblade. There was a character named Kai. Yeah, so it
Oh,
was but yeah, no, this is my child. I don't want to bore you with that. But Kai, tell me what's going on with you, man.
I'm around 2,000 listings. I'm getting more orders than expected for 2,000. I
Uh-huh.
think that I think that's because my markups are pretty low.
How much is
Um,
it?
so I think a few are at 40 and a few are at 60. Um,
Okay,
I'm gonna
gotcha.
I'm gonna I'm gonna use the tracker soon to bring that up to maybe 80.
Uh-huh.
Um, but my tracker, I'm having some difficulty with it, so I just might wait till the update.
Right, or you know what? In your case, maybe we'll jump on another call later, and I can investigate what's going on with you because you shouldn't be having issues with the new tracker is just for like speed, but the old one shouldn't be
Yeah,
causing you issues. But
yeah.
so Kai, tell me if you have clarity on the road ahead. What's your
Uh,
plan?
my plan is like obviously to just really focus on this one account and getting it to generating 1 to 3K a month
Uh-huh.
and then hiring a VA. I don't really want to go like super deep, even though I have the advantage on the Australian market
Mm-hmm.
with like the extra listings because I do eventually want to open some new accounts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, one thing I'm struggling a little bit on is I'm getting around 5 to 6 orders a day. The average order value isn't that high, but it's still like up there. Like that's a
Mm-hmm.
few orders. So I might have to open a new Amazon account.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I just haven't took action in that yet because I didn't really know like
How many
if I
orders do you get in a day? 5 to 6?
uh I'd say 4 to 6.
Okay, got it. So it is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I've probably
you're gonna be fine with that amount with one account, by the way. But
yeah,
as you keep growing, but before you open up the second Amazon account,
yeah,
my advice to you would be to just start listing items with a higher markup. So list the next 1,000 at a 70% markup, and then do the same as I advised Chanel, right? Do the next 80% after that, 90%, 100%, and keep growing like that. So that way you kind of circumvent the need to like make Amazon. You basically want to like avoid those problems as long as possible, right? Because
yeah,
when the moment you start like making Amazon accounts and stuff like that, those become tech problems, right? And you don't want to like jump into tech problems like before you start making like at least $1,000 a month. Do you get
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, so my advice to you is like avoid the tech problems, like avoid like making accounts and stuff until you are like making like anywhere from 1 to 3,000 and then you
Yeah.
can kind of like jump into that world.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be like a good idea because I know like I'll have to do it one day and I have to warm them up.
Sure, that's true, but like that one day is not today.
Yeah,
Like when that day comes, like let the day you get your Amazon account suspended, we'll celebrate because you got
yeah.
to a level of getting so many sales where that became a problem. And
Oh,
then we'll
so
work on that
you
problem
reckon I
too.
should just keep like doing all the orders on the Amazon account for now until I get to 10K listings and 1 to 3K profit?
Yes. So
That's
what my,
yeah,
my advice to you is no, like what I'm saying is increase the profitability per item and
yeah,
list more items so that way you get less sales and more profit per item,
yeah,
right? And then when that happens is you're still gonna get 5 to 6 sales a day, right? But you're gonna be way more profitable. Because if you listed 10,000 items with like 50% markup, you're gonna be flooded with sales.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So let's avoid that and like work on higher markups, less sales, more profit, get to $1,000 a month. And then once you get to that, like now you have the full skill set to scale. And now you can start diving into like the tech side of it all. Do you get what I mean? Just like Jonathan. Like Jonathan was here earlier, right? He started off learning the foundations first. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And then once you start making money, then you jump into the tech side.
yeah,
Yeah, that's so yeah, like so your next steps, forget about 50% markups. Start at 70% for the next thousand, then 80% for the next thousand, 90% for the next thousand, 10,000 for the 100% for the next thousand. And if for whatever reason your Amazon account gets suspended or something, you're still gonna have a buffer zone. Like you can always use like friends or families like Amazon account in the time being until your other Amazon account is built. But you just want to like delay that problem until you have it.
yeah.
You get what I
Um,
mean? It's
yeah,
good. It's good that you're thinking about it now.
yeah,
And that's why you're here in this call. So you can hear like the solution is increase the markup for now while you're scaling.
yeah. Would you say I should increase the markups of everything? So like
Yeah,
that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to use the tracker to increase it all to maybe like 70, 80%.
yeah. Do it to 70 and then just keep
Yeah,
listing at 70 for the next thousand and then do another thousand at 80 and then keep
yeah.
going like that.
And my markdown sales at the moment's at 5%, but I'm thinking when I get everything to 100, maybe by like 5,000 listings, I'll do the markdown sale to 20%.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it's more about when once you get your markups all to like 100, 120%, that's when you
Yeah,
do like a 20% markdown.
okay.
Right now, if you did a 20% markdown, it would obliterate your profits, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just doing 5 at the moment.
Yeah, you do five for now, and adjust it as you increase your like your margins.
Yeah.
Good.
Um, yeah, also want to like let you know like my I'm like gonna focus on going 0 to 1 on just an account, but my like long-term goal is to like scale like multiple accounts.
Of course, that's why you're
And
here, man.
um yeah, like a few and more like yeah, fair few. And then my short-term goal, like by the end of the year, is probably to have like one account with a VA by the end of the year.
Yeah, sounds like a solid plan, man. Yeah. But it first begins with you being able to make 1 to 3K per in an account by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I think you mapped it out pretty nicely.
yeah, I'm hoping to like be able to do that by the end of the year, like for a few months and then
Mhm. Let's say like 2 months from now. I think 2 months
2 months.
from now is a good start because at that time you should be uh like a pretty much like a pro. It doesn't take that like this stuff doesn't especially if you're joining these calls and everything, like it's not gonna take you too long to get that mastery. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I yeah. One more thing.
Sure.
I haven't been doing anything for like tax yet. So like I haven't been doing like a spreadsheet or anything. I've just
Hmm.
been fulfilling orders.
Yeah, so I would say like I would say like if you're getting to the so this is my recommendation, yeah.
Yeah.
If you are like in the beginning, writing it down was causing you to not do the work. Do you get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
to do the core actions. So
Well,
if
yeah, it just
yeah,
felt like in the beginning I kind of stopped doing it because like a lot of it was sniped items and like the profit margins are very tiny.
yeah.
And then yeah, it took really long. Like I kind of just wanted to wait until I was doing like a consistent month at like 10K listings.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no, when you're making like when you're listing those bulk items, it's gonna. So my advice to you in the beginning was to not write it because it was causing you delay in
Yeah.
listing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
now that some time has eclipsed and you're kind of getting into the motion of it, like start
Yeah.
tracking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, begin that process now, yeah?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm just like wondering like I don't really understand how to do tax.
Yeah, yeah, no, good question. So the thing is, because I'm not from Australia, I
Yeah.
wouldn't like I would tell you to um maybe you and Ashton can talk to Adam because he's already been through like a whole tax season already in Australia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say you guys, if you guys can hold like an Australian meetup or something, a Zoom chat or Zoom call, like talk to him. He's a bit more experienced. He'll guide you from there. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So really like just like you're over here, you learn in eBay from us. Find people. The fastest way is to just talk to somebody who's a little more experienced than you, and then like that conversation is like just a couple minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be my
So
advice. Yeah.
I'll go to him like for my tax, which I probably shouldn't really worry about until I get to 10K listings.
Right. I would say like make money first, so you have
Yeah.
something to report.
Yeah.
All right. And Ashton, that goes same for you. You know, like really like befriend Adam.
Yeah, yeah, definitely do that. Yeah,
Yeah, and the best way to befriend is like provide mutual value, right? Like to tell Adam
Yeah.
like, hey, I did this. This is increasing my sales. Can you help me with this? I'll show you this. Like just do a trade or an exchange, and then. But
yeah,
he's friendly though. He's friendly.
yeah. Sounds good.
All right, and
Yeah.
I had a couple of videos on my YouTube channel with Adam too, so you guys could probably check that out. It'll probably be beneficial to both of
Yeah.
you since you guys are Australians.
Yeah. What was it about?
Just Adam's journey and
Uh,
how he went ahead and scaled in Australia. Like he went ahead and like shared it. It's like 8 months old that video now, so he's probably
yeah.
much deeper in.
Yeah. So he would have like lots of accounts.
Right, like he's more experienced. That's the main key to take away from here in
Yeah.
Australia specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll ask him like maybe you can join one of the meetings next time, and then he can give us all of us an update what's happening in Australia as well.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Kai, do you have clarity on the road ahead?
Yeah.
Good.
Just not too hard, just listing and make the money first.
Yeah, good.
And don't like worry about like the little problems if they're not hurting you.
Good. Good. All right, so I'm gonna jump to Andrew. Andrew, how you doing, bro?
Doing well. Finally got them banned.
Congratulations, man. That was a long back and forth with eBay, yeah?
Yeah. As soon as
Yeah.
I had an American on customer service, it was fixed.
That's funny
Um,
because I always like the offshore center better.
yeah, I don't know what it was. I think I sold the story pretty well to her, but since then I got at like 20 listings in first sale.
Nice.
So it's t
Warm-up
I've
items or
used the yeah, yes, they were all books. And then now that those are good out of the way and they I guess looked at my account, now I'm gonna start using the I used the tool actually for a few of them
Uh-huh.
like just to see what would happen and it worked all good. So
Gotcha.
starting the what start with like I'm starting 10 today or
Hmm.
tonight in that matter and then doubling every day until it turns into 100.
Beautiful. Yeah. No, I think you got it. So Andrew, tell me tell me like if you have any questions or if you have clarity on the road ahead, yeah?
Yeah, I have a few little questions I wrote
Yeah,
down.
go
One
for it.
is I just got my first Amazon account because I'm running my friends because I couldn't use mine for a while, as you know. So I'm running theirs and now that I have like one Amazon account,
Uh-huh.
I'm looking to get a second one
Hmm.
and I can't use my parents or like my brother because all my siblings already have one.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering like one for the Amazon accounts, is there like to make at least like two, three, do I have to go through the process of keeping them unattached
No.
or do you think I should be fine?
You'll be fine. I like to make 5 Amazon accounts per browser in one computer. Each browser
Hmm,
profile hosts one account. And I use the same card and same billing address for all 5 accounts. But what I do is I just make the accounts and let it sit.
let it sit. Okay.
I
Like
just
just don't
add the
buy anything for a while.
I like to let them age. Like you make the accounts and then from there like I get the free trial of Prime and just let it set
Okay.
and collect some
Mm,
time, you know?
mm,
Whenever you do need it,
yeah.
at that time like the your accounts are already warmed up.
Yeah, and I won't have to be paying for the Prime subscription,
No,
right? Until I need to.
just get the Prime one time and then for the free trial and then cancel it after. Um, we're just trying to get like we just want Amazon to know our payment card and also for Amazon to know that we're not a new account. Do you get what I mean?
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then also for eBay too, I'm starting to go through the process of like now I obviously get what to do, how it works, warming up the accounts and such. I'm
Mhm.
thinking of under my personal name making a few more accounts. What is your opinion kind of on that? Just at least temporarily like warming up a few more accounts with my name and my serial LLC.
Yeah, yeah, great question. Farrukh, do you mind taking this question? Because I know you just went through it recently.
Yeah, brother, can you repeat it one more time, please?
So, I have a serial LLC. I know how to warm up an account. I'm debating whether like making a few more accounts because I know the process and I got the time. So, I was wondering like what your thoughts are in creating like three more accounts or so and starting to warm them up using my what's it called? Using like the strategy I've been using to warm up these accounts.
So yeah, you can. I mean, ideally, you want to. At least the way I would do it is, I would have a
Mhm.
separate LLC for each account. But yeah, you don't even need a LLC for a new account. You know, you can just make a new account with the alternate details or whatever you want to call it, and then once you're ready, you can because a LLC is going to take you like 2 3 days, and then
Mhm.
really the EIN number is really what takes a while. So
DIN,
I
got
I,
you. I
I
have
think
like four LLCs I can use for this.
okay, yeah, that's even better. Yeah, then you should run up the accounts for sure. Yeah, you're
Oh,
already
okay. And should I put like I know in some of Sammy's other videos, just put all the information slightly wrong. Um, I know the one thing you
yeah.
can't really put wrong is a phone number.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically, you that's exactly what you do. I don't even put it slightly wrong. I put it completely wrong. Um,
okay.
and yeah, I didn't. I didn't find it to be an issue. And as long as it sounds real, like your name sounds real, right? Like it's fine. And
Yeah.
you just got to run it. I think warm it up kind of slow. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should be able to do it with no issues. I mean, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask as well outside of here too. Sorry.
Yeah. Would you do it on different browsers for each one as well?
No.
You're
Since
saying eBay accounts?
the eBay accounts, yeah.
Dude, you would do it on completely different like computers. You don't want to do it on on the same browser, brother. You're gonna get banned. Like you're gonna lose
Well,
all
yeah,
your.
yeah. I was wondering for first five accounts because I know you can have five under one LLC. So I have to do the full process of different computers, different IP addresses, all of that then.
Correct. You can have
Okay.
like five of Amazon accounts on the same computer with different profiles, like Chrome profiles. But
Okay.
yeah, the eBay ones, those are gonna be on like, mini PC or whatever, different computers, whatever you want to do, different IPs, all that.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. I was wondering because I did like hear something about like your first few under like your information you can make multiple without having to worry as much. But thank you for debunking that. And I think I might add one more. Now you covered the Amazon that and really, I had another one was eBay is taking 20% margin, like 20% on my orders, which I was a little bit shocked about considering usually they take like, 10, 15 for a new account. I'm wondering like, will that go down? Because 20% is kind of outrageous,
Well,
especially on
why are
like
they taking the 20?
I all I saw was they took 20% of my it was like a
Maybe
$10
because of
order.
maybe because you have like the ad rate at like 5%.
It was I'm sure it was at 4%.
Well, whatever the case,
But
it probably
that
because of
was
something
with
like that.
that was with that on top of it though.
Hmm.
So it was like really like 25.
So what I would do is like look at the fee breakdown and it'll tell you
Uh
exactly what the fees are and what percentage. Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
If
and
it's
the
over like 15, what would you recommend doing in that situation?
like the only time that eBay is different is if your account is below standard, which I don't think you are. So
Yeah.
it might be like a combination of like the ad rate. Like I'm not sure. Like I'd have to see like what the fee is because it's the same for all of us. The only difference is if you're an international seller like me or Chanel or somebody else selling in the US, we're gonna have one additional fee, the international fee. Do you get what I mean?
Got it. Yeah.
But even with that being
Um
said, like I have more fees than you, that you're ever gonna pay because I'm not from the US, and we still make it work. You get what I
yeah.
mean?
I'm
I
I'm I'm trying to look at it. It's not
mhm.
showing all the stuff. It's whatever. It's like one of the first ones. They'll figure it out over time. But otherwise from that, I got a pretty good grasp of the roadmap ahead and
Good.
I think who was it's coming about the VAs was really cool about
Or yeah,
basically just hosting a workspace.
yeah, that was cool.
Um that's awesome. I'm thinking about doing that for B2B like leads for my other business right now.
Yeah, that was
Um
definitely the highlight of this meeting. Like that was super insightful.
If he's still on here, I'd like to know, like, does he do that all for econ snipers or a different business model or kind of a mix? Because that was sweet.
Yeah, I use it for lead generation, but I'm planning to use it for EcomSniper as well. I'm just still new to it, so I want to figure it all out myself first.
Oh, that's awesome. What type, like, specific type of lead gen do you do? I have a few friends that just got out of the space, but had like Vivek Ramaswamy as a client.
I do it for home services.
Yeah. Like gig economy or like plumbing or
Yeah, like plumbing, garage door, handyman, all of that.
that's sweet. Kudos to you, dude.
Thank you.
Or's story, like I
Awesome.
heard it, it's super unique. Or your boy messaged me too, the Instagram guy.
Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah. I
from the
told him about
island.
this.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was he was super interesting too, man. Like lead gen from IG.
yeah. He does mass DMs on IG.
Yeah, yeah. Like the you guys are you definitely know some very interesting guys, man. And even your story is very interesting. How you
Thank you,
operate it. If
thank you,
anybody hears it, they'll like I'm sure like they'll be blown away. All
thank
right.
you, man.
So I'm gonna clarify one thing. Andrew, regarding
Mhm.
account creation, as Farrukh said, don't like guess anything. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's what I was clarifying.
yeah, even before you begin, like maybe write down your blueprint, like write it down and like have me, Farrukh, or somebody who's went ahead and did it, just to like have another set of eyes on your plan and give the green light, right?
Hmm.
Never do this stuff like unattended, right? It's just gonna cause you heartaches unless you're
Yeah,
used to
for
that.
sure. For sure. I write down all that stuff. I'm probably gonna wait to then to buy the mini PCs from the revenue of EcomSniper because my other
Yeah,
business is going it's pushing like several thousand a month in unprofitable mandatory payments. So I'm probably gonna just wait, let the EcomSniper like stuff grow on itself.
yeah, yeah. I think that's the best way. You master one account and then you use the funds from that to grow and scale.
Yeah, at least I got a few because I got my friends still that I'm operating on.
Yeah, yeah, you betcha. As Jonathan earlier, like he mentioned, he's doing Shopify. He basically is setting
Mhm.
up his eBay accounts because it's just stable. You know what I mean? Rick
Yeah,
has mentioned this as well. Like once you set up like the eBay business, it's just stable. Like it's just like a
yeah.
stable income that's coming in. To scale it, it is harder than other businesses for sure, because you got to go down the
Mhm.
tech route, but it's like as far as dropshipping goes, it's stable and consistent. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so this
That's
is
why
like
it interests me so much.
yeah, yeah, it's a great way to like fund everything else. Like I've been like
Exactly.
solely operating just off of DS for like forever now.
Exactly.
And just for one more clarification, Ben, inside the
Yep.
Telegram, you mentioned about the public record that eBay checks or cross-references, and you're 100% right on that. So just to be clear, whenever you're creating an account, eBay can potentially check their public record if that name exists. So what we do is pick a name that doesn't exist in that city or location. Andrew, so that means like when you're creating the eBay account, the next ones, if you ever do, when you put in a name, don't put a name
Hmm.
don't put your friend's name or something. Put a name that doesn't exist. Ask ChatGPT to generate a name that you know there's not gonna be somebody in your locality.
Yeah. For me, the actual issue was, and that's helpful to know for making more accounts. It
Mhm.
was my IP address and my home address were different at the time. It was because I was at my college and they saw my home address was 50 miles away. And
Mhm.
that's actually why they banned me.
Right, right. So that is proof here as well. Pick an address that is in the geolocation of the IP address. Great insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, great insight for sharing that. All right. So Andrew, so then I think you have clarity, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. So I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
jump to Ben. Ben, you're the last one tonight.
What's
How you
going on,
doing?
bro? Sorry,
Good.
sorry about earlier. I was
No,
I was
no,
literally in the middle of eating. I was like, oh, I knew
no,
he was
no,
gonna
you're
call
good.
me.
You're good. What'd you think about Orr's hiring strategy?
I think it's insane.
Yeah, that
It's
was
cool.
cool. That
I
was
was like, damn, like,
that
does he
was
travel there and like go see his people, like have a banquet and stuff? Like it's crazy.
beautiful idea. Rent the space out, have everybody attend there. Get a manager, have them oversee it.
Well, I mean, the fact that he's getting an apartment versus an office, I'm sure it's cheaper, and obviously it's way cheaper out there to do that, you know. Do
Mhm.
that here in Cali, you're gonna spend $4,000 at least, you know,
Right.
a month. So yeah,
I'm telling
that's
you.
that's insane.
So
It's
Ben,
amazing how many like things that the experiences that people have, like you said, on here. It's really cool to see that. Like that's why I like these meetings, just
I'm
hearing all
telling you,
these different experiences and stuff.
every week we learn something new.
True.
Like how cool is that? Like, and then like new experiences come in, and then like we just keep learning like that.
Yeah.
You know, and then like the community evolves and grows, and then like almost everybody has a story to sell or to share. You know, and
Yeah,
like
and like I said in the group, I think that if we all were more open with our experiences and our abilities in helping each other, we would excel in this even faster.
you
But I get
betcha.
that a lot of people don't have time like that, so I
Well, that's what
understand
these
that.
meetings are for.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are what the meetings are for. So like it's a great way to like get a dive in. And I know that
yeah.
Jonathan, he was holding like meetings with Bennett and like Elias and some of the other guys as well on their own.
Mm,
So that's cool too. Like
yeah,
to dive deeper into it.
yeah.
So
Agree.
Ben, give us an update. What's happening with you, man?
Um, Poshmark's going really good. That account that I just opened maybe a little bit more than 48 hours ago has made 3 sales already. I
Nice.
made two overnight, and then one that night before I went to sleep. Um,
Beautiful.
I project on Poshmark, I'll probably make around 1,500 to 2,000 by the end of the month.
Beautiful.
Um,
How
because
lovely,
what
man.
I did is I'm using the concept. Remember the concept I told you about how I wanted to take my other eBay account and I wanted to kind of like take the items that I know are selling and post similar and stay within those kind of like those niches
Hmm.
and just see if it works out. So I applied the same principle on here. So the niche that I know is working for my main account, I'm
Hmm.
just literally taking like all those products that have sold. I went on Amazon and I grabbed them all and I put them in the bulk lister, like all the links. I put them in the bulk lister and I put them all up on that account. Then I
Beautiful.
took everything else that is within that subcategory, whatever it is, and started putting stuff up in that realm.
Beautiful,
So
man.
seems to be working out really well. So
So bulk test and then double down on the winners.
yep, yeah.
That's beautiful strategy. Mark, I believe you did an interview with Ronnie, and that's what he said in his video too, right?
Yeah, he did something similar.
Yeah, yeah. Same exact concept. And like, I don't know if Ben, if you watched this video, but he used the
No, I
tool
didn't.
keyword dominator or keyword tool or something. And then he
Mm.
took one keyword and then he pushed out like 100 of them after. And then he used that inside the product hunter. So really like
Oh,
you're
nice.
you're doubling like you're doubling down inside with not even doubling like 100xing the winners.
Mm.
You know what
Yeah,
I
that's
mean?
dope. Yeah, that's kind of what I did with one of my products when it was selling a lot. Unfortunately, they took them all down because they all got hit by copyright because it
Yeah.
was all medical stuff, and medical stuff can
Yeah.
only stay up so long till they remove it.
That's
But
like the
yeah,
best niche too, from what I've seen.
I know, but it sucks because every time I put something up and it starts selling, it's like
Yeah.
medical product. Take it down. I'm like, damn.
I'm telling you. Mark, like, do you remember when we were selling those syringes and stuff in the YouTube series?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember.
All of those medical things, like those diabetes strips and all of that stuff,
Hmm.
such hot sellers on eBay. But
Yeah.
Mark was the one who was advised. He's like, just take it down, forget about it. It's not worth risking it.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, man, but yeah, everything's going good. I noticed, I don't know, like me and a couple other people noticed this, but it looks like I don't know eBay changed its algorithm or something, but the amount of external traffic jumped tremendously in the past couple days. But then for me and a couple other people, our sales went down, but then they came back up like after a few days. It was weird.
Hmm.
And I don't know if they're like doing something in the back end because none
They
of us are
they
pushing
do that.
external. Yeah,
Like
it was
whatever I
weird.
saw, I saw the screenshots you sent as well. Um,
Hmm.
so some context on this, like eBay does test new algorithms, but they don't test it on everybody. They take a
Yeah.
subsect of people and then they apply it there, see if it's working better, and then if it works, then they roll it out to everybody. Um,
Hmm.
that's why like even EcomSniper, like sometimes the UI is different from different people, and we have to handle each edge case because eBay like tests on different sample sizes. So
Yeah.
100%, like there's gonna be times where like just like you've seen like your external traffic is gonna jump and then it's gonna kind of
Hmm.
normalize because it'll revert back to the other algo until they standardize
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It was weird. I was like, that's really strange. Because I thought
Yeah.
I did something, but I was like, I didn't do anything. The only thing I did is just continue to list. So there was nothing different that I did, you know?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
that's
No, I
weird.
totally get you. But that's kind of like exciting too because like in the end of the day, eBay is doing things to get us more sales as well. Like they introduced
Yeah.
like traffic from Facebook recently.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I posted that
Yeah.
in the group. I remember that.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Like they're doing things for
Mm.
our advantage. So I hope they continue. Like I'm like I think I'm gonna buy some stock in eBay just to say I'm a part of it. I actually love eBay, man.
I wish I did at the beginning. It's just like Google. When Google first came out, my friend in the military, he's like, "Oh, we should invest in this." I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's probably like a multi-millionaire now
I'm telling you.
because he
We'll get
invested. I
there.
didn't. Like, yeah, man,
We'll
stupid.
get there.
But yeah, once
But
you
yeah,
start a once you start a stock ticker for this, Sammy, let us know and I'll invest in
I'm telling
it.
you. That's funny. Ecom
But yeah,
sniper.
everything's going good. Everything's going smooth. Like I said, it's just been kind of weird with that. But what I plan to do tomorrow to kind of build momentum back up, even though they're probably like messing around my account or whatever, I'm
Mhm.
just gonna do some sniping because I've never done sniping. So I'm gonna probably just snipe maybe like I don't know 20, 30 items. I
You're
just
gonna
need to get my
be
momentum back up.
you're gonna be in a shock once you start doing
Yeah,
that. Like it's so
yeah.
explosive.
I just need to get my momentum back up because it slowed it
Yeah.
down once they did that. And I was like, it's weird. Like one day I had like six sales, and the next day I had one.
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm doing
I
a
get you.
25% off sale at 80%. I'm like, what the hell?
Wow.
Like it's selling.
Wow,
Like, what did they do to my account?
that's a crazy sell event, man.
Yeah, I did it just because I was like, I need to try to. I was like, well, maybe this will help me kick my momentum. Like, I talked to Larry, and he's like, yeah, when he had that happen to his accounts, he told me, he's like, yeah, I just did like a 25% sale. I didn't make much, but he's like, I did it for like a day, and then the momentum picked back up.
Hmm.
But it seemed to work for me a little bit. But then when, like today, I put it at 20 just to keep a little bit more, and I've gotten like two sales. I'm like,
Mm,
damn. Like, because they're messing with my account. Like, they're doing that thing, whatever you're talking about, they're trying to figure out the whole algorithm thing. And
right.
I'm stuck in the middle of it. So I
Yeah.
don't know if maybe it's because they saw that with the title change, the draw of the external was already getting much larger. So they're like, oh, let's put them in this box, And then they
Mm,
screwed my
very
account up.
insightful. One
Yeah,
thing I
but
would tell you though is if you had like let's say you had a lot of listings. Let's say you got to the 10K, right?
mm,
Even if the algo changed, you'd have listings that align with the new algo
yeah,
by just
yeah,
bulk.
but as you know, on this account, the issue that
Yes,
I have is
exactly.
with the
The
old account.
limits.
And it's like the limits that they give you and the limit jumps that they give you are
Mhm.
minimal compared to a new account.
Yeah.
So now my thought is I have to pivot towards building my new account and kind of like that one's probably going to grow to 10K before my old one because of the limits that they're giving me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's pretty much where I'm at. But I'm still grateful that, you know, the Poshmark thing is happening because that's like leveling everything out. Like Poshmark's going really good. So I'm
Yeah.
not really worried about that, you know?
Regarding the Poshmark, you did mention you and Rory, and I think a couple other guys told me about some things that you wanted for it. They're not on the back burner. Um, like I have them on a list, and they'll be done
Yeah.
soon. We're just banging out
Okay.
one thing at a time, yeah?
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but definitely, dude, like yeah, like I think you definitely have like Bennett has started the wheel for the Poshmark, but you're definitely
hmm
spinning it the hottest from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. I talked to him about it and he told me that the way he was doing it, you know how the postal things you were talking about, how he just sends those versus
Yeah, yeah.
sending the product. He said that's what stopped him from like really doing it because people were just complaining left and right because they were getting
Oh.
it straight from Amazon. So they're getting the receipt. You know what I mean? They're
Hmm.
getting all these things that yeah, they don't want. You know what I mean? Because
I
even
ha
if you send it in the Amazon box, if you're
mhm.
retaping it, then it's obvious you got it. You know what I mean?
You know,
And you
I
take all
might
that
have a
out.
solution for that. Do you remember Jonathan? Like the big one?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
talking about the supplement guy, right?
Not the supplement guy. That's Sam. The Jonathan was
Oh,
the one who joined us in a meeting one time. He was like the multi-millionaire, right? That guy.
I don't think I was on that one.
Gotcha. So one of the guys, one of the Ecom Sniper users,
Mm,
he's just started two-step drop shipping to Walmart.
mm,
Um, Basically you're doing two-step as well with Poshmark. You're getting the
mm,
item and then repackaging and shipping it out, right?
mm.
So Jonathan actually has fulfillment centers of his own that
Oh
he
wow.
does the two-step for him.
Mm,
Do you get what I mean? So he ships it out there and then they repackage it, slap on the
mm.
shipping label, and then they send it out. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Someone was telling me that should be like the next step. I think it was Larry that was talking about that. Because
Right.
Larry, I mean, even though he's new to the group, I don't think he's on the meeting, but even though he's new to the group, he has a lot of experience with ecom in
Mm,
general. Larry Moe, he has a lot
mm,
of
yeah.
experience in ecom. He actually did AliExpress, but then he said like he was selling so much they like shut him down and all that stuff because
Hmm.
they couldn't keep up with the rate and the quality started dropping and all that crazy crap, you know. But I think
Gotcha.
he's done Amazon, he's done Ali, he's done a lot of different things. But yeah, he was telling me that he's like, yeah, you should look into like fulfillment center at some point, you know, if it gets to that level. But me,
What
the
I'm
reason I
telling you though
wanted to
is,
do,
what I'm
oh yeah,
telling
go
you
ahead.
though is I know like one of the users here is starting that, and he told me that I'm able to like use his fulfillment center for whatever if I need it as well. So I'm sure that he would like be open to like other users jumping in on that as well.
What's his last name or his
Liam,
name in the group?
but he's like Liam. Well, I don't know if it's that's his Telegram name, but that's his name is Jonathan Liam. But he is especially if this new wave is starting, like all that needs to be done is built out that infrastructure and then it becomes passive as well. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find him in the group. I don't
Yeah.
know what his name is though.
There's a couple guys that have had used fulfillment centers here as well inside the group themselves. I can kind of name them. But if you're ever interested in like exploring that path,
Mm.
yeah, we can kind of like jump in on that, yeah? I can kind of get like
Yeah, what
maybe.
I'm ready to because what I was thinking is I'm gonna basically contact them once a month, like I did this month. You know what I mean? Like it's been on today's the month,
Mhm.
and 3 weeks in, I mean, well, 3.5 weeks basically in, they already allowed me to open the second store. So I'm
Mhm.
curious if I contact them every month and they're like, yeah, go ahead and open up another store. If I'm consistent with the maintaining of the new accounts, I don't see it being an issue for them. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And then at that point, if it continues to just continue to grow, because using the same concept that I'm using now, I could open stores with the same exact items if those items are selling at a rate that I'm confident in, and just tripling down, quadrupling down,
Mm-hmm.
10 times down. You know what I'm saying? And
100%.
then do the fulfillment side, like you said, and just be good. You know what I'm saying? That would just be pretty much passive at that point.
100%. 100%. One other
Yeah.
thing I'll add to this is, bro, if we figured out how to make Amazon, eBay accounts, Poshmark accounts should be like a drop in the bucket compared to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know that they ask you to make it, they ask you to ask permission, but I don't think there's a limit though. I think it's just based on you performing. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
think it's based on, and that's the thing that I like about Poshmark is because, like, for example, a girl tried to return something. This is the first return I ever got. She tried to return it. They denied it because she didn't look at the sizing. It wasn't my fault. It was her fault. I approved the return and they still didn't do it. Like, no.
Wow.
But that's what I like though. And it's only 3 days. The environment, it seems like, of the people is a lot more like understanding, chill. You know, you get a couple knuckleheads on eBay and all that stuff, but I haven't had any at all on Poshmark. You know what I mean? Everybody's just chill, like, yeah,
Mhm.
send it, don't worry about the weekend, send it on Monday or whatever kind of deal. Like,
Mhm.
people aren't stressing, it's interesting. And I like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Ben, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Yeah, Farouk, you can jump in like whenever. I think
Yeah, brother. I had a experience with Poshmark recently where I sold a bundle of like 4 or 5 items,
Mhm.
and the customer was like, "Oh, I didn't get it," and obviously because I'm drop shipping, I had a picture from Amazon, and
Mhm.
honestly, I didn't even blur it. I didn't even blur it. I was just like, "Fuck it," I didn't really care, and then I sent it to support, and Poshmark even saw it, and all I told the customer was like, "Hey, sorry, look, I just shipped out a thank you letter." And because
Mhm.
the customers pretty much what I do is I send out thank you letters instead of the actual package, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
customer was saying, "Oh, you didn't even ship my packages. This is what I got. I just got a thank you letter." I'm like, "No, sorry. The reason I did that is because I didn't have boxes at that time, and then blah blah blah. I just used the Amazon package." And then what Poshmark ended up doing is they just refunded the customer and paid me out. So that was
Wow.
interesting. Actually, I thought I was gonna get fucked because I was pretty aggressive with the customer. So I don't know. I feel like they were pretty. I just want to share that real
Oh,
quick. That
man.
happened literally last week.
yeah, I'll tell
That's
you.
hilarious. So you just send the letters, you send the letters with the label, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because actually, I tried two stepping, but
Mhm.
sometimes we don't have a tracker, right? We don't have a tracker on Poshmark, so sometimes
Mhm.
items will get to your house like with more than like a week or something, So it's like at that point, it's just not worth it. And like some items, it just, in my opinion, I don't like the packaging either. I don't like doing all that stuff. It's just kind of
Mhm.
annoying to me. Um, I'm actually doing the fulfillment centers. I do recommend them. You just got to find a cheap one. I think some of them will do like $2.
Actually,
Uh,
that's important. The greatest fulfillment center is the one Jonathan has. His one is right beside the Amazon facilities. So
Oh,
like the
wow.
shipping is like almost instant. Like it comes to him almost same day every time. You know what I mean? That's like where the magic of his fulfillment center is. If you have it in
That's
the middle of
crazy.
nowhere, yeah, it's gonna take some time and then you're gonna have to repackage it. But if it's near the facilities, like that was one of the keys in that method.
Yeah. Farouk, do you know if they have a limit on the accounts you can have?
could you repeat that? Sorry.
Do you know if they have a limit on the amount of accounts you can have?
I'm pretty sure it's two. I only have one account, but I have a shit ton of. I have like 24K listings on it at this point.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
So what are you selling? So at 24K, I'm curious, like how many are you selling per day, you think?
Um, it honestly it varies, but like I would say on average too. But my markup's pretty high. My markup is very high, I think. So that's because for me it has to be worth it to actually like try to. I honestly I don't even run it, bro. I let someone else run it for.
I
Okay.
love it.
Everybody does it different, but that's cool though. That's good to know. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, for me, so I mean, the reason I got into it though is like I told you, I became a homebody because I work from home. I've been working from home for almost 20 years now at my job. So
Mhm.
because of that, it's made me extremely lazy. So when I found out about Poshmark, I was like, this is going to be a reason for me to get my ass out the house. And it's definitely been helping, because I Instacart everything. I don't go to the grocery store. I Amazon everything else. Like I don't really, so it's like that was kind of like my motivation. You know what
Dude,
I'm saying?
if you wanna start a fulfillment center, like let me know. I'll try out Poshmark too.
I mean, there's one. I
If
mean,
you
there's
wanna
two
do it.
here in San Diego.
No, but I'm
Yeah, but
saying if
there's
you wanna
here.
do it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that might
If you
be
like
down the
that
future
too.
plans
Because
because
like we're internationals, right? Like the main
yeah,
thing that I want from a fulfillment center is like trust.
yeah, for
Right?
sure.
So if
Yeah, I
you're
mean
like
that's
if you like doing that, bro, like I'm sure like 1,000 people here would join you.
yeah, that's true. That could definitely be an option in the future because there's a San Diego one here. I think only like 10 minutes from me,
Uh-huh.
and then there's another one probably like 25 minutes from me,
Hmm.
closer to my girlfriend's place, like right by her place actually,
Mm.
and it's a huge one. So I know there's a couple here in San Diego, probably like two or three, maybe more than that, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. No, I totally hear you, man. I completely get what you mean about like working from home. Um,
Mm,
Holy crap, I'm in front of my computer for way too long every day.
me too. I don't know, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely am. I'm glad I have my little desk treadmill so I can put that under my desk and all. You
I'm telling you.
know?
But
Yeah. But
I
I was
find this stuff so fun though.
Yeah, I do too, but that's the problem though. Like
Uh,
my girlfriend, she cracks up. When I get a sale, like I get all giddy, and she's like, "It's only like $10." I was like, "It's not that. It's just I can't explain it. It's like a weird high. It doesn't matter about the amount of money.
yeah.
It's just cool to see. You know what I mean? Like I can't really explain it.
I'm
So
telling you. I'm telling you.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
But
So
I was
Ben,
gonna ask you, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, yeah, no, I was gonna say, Ben,
Yeah.
if you can do me a favor and like
Yeah.
things that you wanted for the Poshmark, can you
Uh,
organize them for me in a list? And then I'll just bang them
yeah.
out for you one by one, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put them together. I'll
Okay.
do it tonight. I thought it was later, but it's still super early for me. So I'll knock them out tonight
Yeah,
and send them over to you.
and then the next update of EcomSniper, I'll just have them out for you with that.
Oh, so you're gonna put it with oh, you mean the one after the next one? That's what you
Yeah,
mean. Okay.
or this one,
Yeah.
I'll just like these things that you asked for, they shouldn't take more than like a couple hours.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me. I didn't know that. Let me ask for more.
Yeah, honestly, man,
I'm sorry.
if it's gonna make you more money, just like let us know and then like we'll do
Yeah.
whatever it is, yeah?
Yeah, because like I told you, I think that us being able to change the description, like to make it, well, not the description, but the titles, because the titles do cut off sometimes,
Hmm.
and then like making them different to where they're more relevant, kind of like using like if I could use my description that I put together, the prompt, I think it would work really
For
well on
sure.
Poshmark.
For sure. Like
Yeah.
that's for sure. For sure. The only reason I didn't do that earlier was because I wanted like Poshmark to be free, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But with the
sure.
AI it would take like but we'll just put like a small like credit deduction. That's not gonna like hurt anybody. Because you can
Yeah,
only do
yeah.
300 a day anyways.
Yeah, I stick lower than 250. I usually stay at 240 at max.
Yeah,
I
just
don't go above that.
just tell me exactly what you want, and
Yeah.
I'll add it exactly the way that you want, yeah? And then just
Okay.
Yo,
lead the way, man.
yo, Sammy. Eventually, not even. I think like within like 2 3 weeks, you can actually post more than 300. I've been posting like 1,000.
Are you
Really?
serious?
Yeah, that's why I have 24K, bro.
Wow.
What? 1,000?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
why bro, I need my credits, but like I keep forgetting to submit that stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
you'll get some for the meeting, so submit it for this.
mhm.
No, yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
but I need more
crazy.
credits, bro.
Yeah, like
Damn.
I'm just joking around, but
no, like for sure, like list away, dude. So
Wow. I mean
Ben,
that's wow.
g like get me that list that you want, and like I'll just get it for you done for you for the next update, and then yeah, man, like you're already helping so many people, man. Take everybody up with you, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I mean, that's what it's all about for me. I told you that from the beginning. You
Yeah,
know, I'm just all about us all growing to like crazy numbers, and it's not even about the numbers, it's just about the freedom, right? That's the
yeah,
main thing. You know,
yeah.
not to have to worry about the 9 to 5, waking up whenever the hell you want, and just enjoying life, you know,
I'm telling you.
in your own terms.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Well,
I
all
was gonna
right.
ask you
Yeah,
two
go for it.
questions, bro, real
Go
quick.
for it.
So at the 60% you were talking about with the cards and everything else like that, are you
Mhm.
saying that the 60% that's with the 5% sale or that's without the 5% sale?
Great question. With the 5% sell.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that would explain why because the first month I had it at 60% and I was doing the 5% sale and I was selling like gangbusters.
Yeah.
And I was
Well,
actually like, I was doing good. Like, you know what I mean? Like the levels were good. So maybe
right.
I need to, you know,
Have you seen
consider doing
Dan?
that again. I don't know.
Like have like Dan is like one of the users here as well. He mentioned that he just has cashback and then he's tax exempt and his markup is 60% and he's doing like around like 7 8K a month with a couple of accounts, but
Wow,
that's all he does. You know,
that's
like
crazy.
he's not doing the 100% like us. Like he's running with a 60 and it's working out real well for him, yeah. But his
And he
bottleneck
just
is
does
always the Amazon.
the 5% sales.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's cool. Also, I was going to ask you with the new tracker thing. I know you said that we're going to be able to change our titles. Are you going to make it to where we can change them through the AI? So like we can use
Yes.
the AI prompts?
So that
Dope.
feature is not going to be like that's not going to be released in this version of the new tracker,
Mm,
but it's going to be like the new tracker is being built for that kind of capacity. Because there's, you know, like like how many times have you seen in the Telegram today? Like I made a new prompt. Can I update all my titles?
mm,
You know what I mean? So now it's like
yeah.
I want to bring that ability now.
Yeah, that would be really cool. That
Yeah.
would be really cool.
Even for me, man, like this new tracker is gonna give, but it's an advanced feature. Like it's definitely not for like the beginners, but for anybody
Mm.
who kind of wants to like, you know, dive deep and get dirty with eBay, like it's gonna give you that ability.
Yeah, of course, because it's so edible. Like it's so, you know, that's the thing is you can mess up and accidentally delete something. Jack your thing up. So
Yeah,
yeah, I get it.
but it's so
Oh, I was
cool,
gonna tell
man.
you
It's so cool.
one more thing. Sorry, Sammy. I was gonna tell you. So I created a Chrome extension that actually scrapes all of the sellers when you do a search within like
Nice.
3 seconds, and then it removes the duplicates too. Do you want me to add that into that document and then let everybody know in the group
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah, yeah. Do it however you wish, man. If it's
Yeah,
gonna
because it
help
works
them out.
really well. Like literally, you can scrape like 500 600 people in like 5 minutes maybe. Like
Yeah,
it's super quick.
yeah. No, like if whatever's working for you, like go for it, man. There was a guy, his name was Mike inside the group. When he was scanning, he actually was one of the guys who got to like 30,000 a month in profit, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and what he did, right, was he never scanned dropshippers. He scanned real sellers. Not that
Yeah.
dropshippers aren't real, but that was where his like competitive advantage was. He was scanning like non-dropshippers.
Yeah, it just is based off of the amount of reviews they have. So 900 plus, well, feedback, and then it
Right.
will it will copy their name. But like I said, it literally will grab everybody within like 3 seconds off that page. You hit
Right.
the little button to remove the duplicates, and then you just copy them in the competition scanner, move on to the next page, do it
Yeah.
again, move on to the next page. It's super quick. Like
Yeah.
it's super quick. Makes it way easier.
No, totally get you. Totally get you. I think it's a cool feature, man. I just wanted to share like how Mike did it. So,
Yeah.
like scan you don't have to scan dropshippers
No, there's no reason to
anymore.
because we're targeting the names. We're not targeting the specific URL. It's not like DHDini. We were like specific URL. So it's
Mhm.
like we were more like that specific item. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Now we're
yeah.
like more
The
broad
niche.
search kind of. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
within the net.
Exactly. All right. So Ben, so you have clarity on the path ahead?
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. I really appreciate the insight on the fulfillment centers and everything else, and thanks for Farrukh for jumping in, and I'll definitely consider that because that could be
Yeah,
something that could create a generational wealth on my end for sure.
for sure.
You
And if
know.
you want to get into contact with Jonathan, I can pitch him the idea because I think he'd love to like just see kind of like your operation anyhow.
Okay, cool.
All right. So Mutt, I'm gonna jump to you, but right before that, Kleko, you had a question. Sammy, if you had already have two accounts, one PC, is it too late to move on to another PC? These are good accounts, so just leave them alone. I'd leave them alone. Like, don't touch anything that's not broken, right? You could move it, but just like I was telling Jonathan earlier on, if you're gonna move it to another computer, you want to do like a cookie transfer and not like logging in to the other computer. Let me know if that answered the question, man. And I think Chanel, you had a question. Did you get it answered? I see a lot of messages back and forth.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll just delete the extension and then re-upload it or
Yeah,
re-download.
yeah. And if it doesn't work, send me a message and I can kind of like just dive deep, like just look into it with you, and then we'll get it sorted. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll do that and I'll let you know.
Alrighty. So, Mud, Salaam alaikum, Aki. How you doing, bro?
Alaikum salam, brother. Good, how are you?
Good, good. Give us an update. What's happening with you, man?
Bro, to be honest, I've had a couple of questions for you, but my
Sure.
brain is toasted from Amazon. I can't remember any of that.
We're here every week. Yes. Whenever you're
Yeah,
ready, I'm
man.
here, yeah?
Yeah, I just started the listing for that account that I told you,
Uh-huh.
the guy's account. I just did like 1, 2 days ago, and then two yesterday, and I'm gonna do four today.
Hmm.
But other than that, no updates, bro. Just waiting till the 22nd to get an answer for the advertising issue that I had.
Hmm. Oh, right.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Yes. I'm also waiting for that to see what happens on that day.
Yeah, bro. That's about it, man.
Okay. All right. That was quick. All
Yeah, yeah.
all right. Feel free to
Nothing this
jump
week,
in.
sorry.
Yeah, feel free to
Sure,
jump
sure.
in for any of the conversation we're having. Rick, you're about a last one here, yeah? How you doing, brother?
Um, Doing great. Just jumping in late
Awesome.
here, I guess. What did I miss?
You missed a lot. I think you missed like or gave us a great strategy for hiring people. But before that, give us an update what's happening with you, man.
Nah, just
You gotta come to these meetings earlier, man. You're missing some gold sometimes,
I
yeah?
know that was gold. That was, I guess so.
Yeah, yeah. Like a lot of great conversations happen. Uh,
Man.
you're good though, man. Like give us an update what's happening with you, man.
Well, just let me look. What's happening? Oh, geez, now it's gonna freeze up on me.
See, that's
But
happening to Rick as well.
yeah, I'm telling you.
No, I had a spreadsheet. I was going over my my numbers for the. I think my VAs are off today for some reason. I got to find out where they're at. But no, it's going good. So it's just proving the concept more. I have in pod one, I have 5 stores. 2 of the stores are old stores, and one of the first 2 stores is in below standard, which it's fine. We're working our way through it.
Mm-hmm.
And the store one, now these 2 first stores are like, store one has unlimited listings I could list. Store 2 has like a million I could list.
Mm-hmm.
Store
Wow.
3 I opened up back in December, and I finally got it now to 10,000. And that store now is projected to make $1,700 in profit this month.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Which kind of proves one of the concepts of, oh yeah, it should be making around 2,000 a month, and I couldn't get my first 2 accounts there. Actually, I ran all the sales and all this stuff, but seeing this third store like just performing like crazy.
Yeah.
So now I got my 4th and 5th store, and I'm gonna just get those up to 10,000. I want to get those up to 10,000 before the end of the month because I want to have a pod complete.
Mm-hmm.
I have other pods I'm starting. Now I have all the computers lined up. I'm going to get those because the thing is with work, I do IT work. So the first week of the month and the last week of the month are slow, but everything else in the middle, I'm working all weekends, all kinds of crap. But now, so I warned my VAs that that this project is ending, so I'm going to have time to focus 100% to getting this built. So my goal is to build this out like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's about
So just some commentary on that 1,700 figure. As we said, like that average 1 to 3K, you're gonna find like some accounts, if you made enough account, some of those accounts are just gonna do like 5K. Some account might even get to like 14K in profit, like one like Chris did.
yeah.
Like for sometimes just everything aligns. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And recently I had a theory, right? I was actually talking with Carlo about it, one other user from the group, and we were talking about AI generated pricing instead of markup pricing. And I'll tell you what the concept behind that is. So, like people buy based off the perceived value of the item, right? A USB charger, no matter what, you're not going to be able to sell it for $100, right? But like, let's say like potassium pills, right? It solves like an edge case. Maybe somebody wants to lose fat. You name it like a fat burner potassium pills. Now all of a sudden that $7 item is worth whatever the person behind the screen is willing to pay for it. You can charge $100 for it. So with that being said, markup pricing might not be the actual way of pricing the items. We should be pricing it based off the perceived value, right? No matter what, a USB charger, you're not gonna be able to push it like a 300% markup no matter what you do. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like that was a concept and thought that I was having. Ben, give me your thoughts on that idea.
I'm sorry, what was it, bro? What idea?
So instead of using markup pricing, right, we use AI to generate the maximum perceived value of the item. For example, like let's say potassium pills, 7.99 on Amazon, we'll sell it for like $100 because of the perceived value is based off of like people they want to lose weight, they want to get more potassium in their diets. That's worth a lot to them.
That'd be
You
cool.
you know what I mean? Like that would
Because
go ahead.
you can make the AI to where kind of like how I made that compare tool. You can make the AI to where even it would immediately tell you, or it'll immediately price at the point to where it's going to sell too. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that price is already like set by Amazon. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So if we
True.
like based it off of that, then like Amazon's job is to like pick the perfect price that it's gonna sell like loads of. But we don't need to
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
true.
We just need to sell like a couple times at like a huge
Mm-hmm.
markup. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
the
But this,
idea,
but isn't that what you have to imagine? That's what Amazon's doing already, right? They have to be optimizing what's going to sell the most.
no, I don't think so. Like I think they're not, you're right. They're optimizing what's gonna sell the most, but they're not optimizing for profitability. From what I checked,
Mm-hmm.
Amazon.com, the website itself is not profitable, right? They make all of their money from their cloud computing on their back
Oh, the
end.
AWS. Okay.
AWS, exactly. They make all their money from that.
Okay.
Amazon.com is just a way for people to get into their ecosystem. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So they're like pricing to like make a monopoly, right? And that is why we're able to take advantage of that and like drop ship from Amazon because like where are you gonna find like tuna or something cans for like $2 with free shipping?
Yeah.
Like there's no way. Like you're not gonna find that anywhere. Like we have better prices on with drop shipping on eBay than like real sellers that have the items themselves. There's huge value from drop shipping from Amazon.
And just to, I know you guys know this already, because when an item sells out on Amazon, I'll look for other places to get it. And I've been finding on Walmart is now almost saturated with drop shippers. Rarely could you find an actual something sold from Walmart to deliver. It's usually someone else selling it. And because I bought the Walmart Plus to get the free shipping, and then I'll click on it, then all of a sudden they're adding, shipping and fees to it just to make it go. So Walmart's almost
That's funny.
uh, drop shipping like crazy.
That's funny. I've been noticing a shift as well. Like recently, a lot of people have been starting Walmart.
Yeah.
Even Jonathan Leon, like he started two step with Walmart. So very interesting to see like the like another category opening up. Even though I've known about Walmart dropship for a while,
Yeah.
but it's like picking up steam in like recent days. It's
Yeah.
almost like the next trend after TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the concepts I was thinking of trying is because Amazon really doesn't like too many returns.
Hmm.
So I was just thinking having the people send me back the returns from to my house, then I'll just list it at a discount if it's still working and stuff like that or in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause-
I know someone who did exactly that. What they did was I forgot the user's name. One of the EcomSniper users, she was selling her items on, and then whenever she got a return, she would send it back to her house, and then she would list it on Facebook Marketplace.
oh,
And
that's
then,
even better. Yeah.
yeah, I guess she would do exactly what you just said. And then she would like have a whole nother business like that. And she would
Yeah.
be profitable too.
Yeah,
Because
I was looking just to recoup some of the loss, and that's necessarily profitable. But if it's profitable, it's even better.
no, you
You know?
you'll be profitable because the people when they're looking at marketplace, they're just assuming that it's like the best priced.
Right, right, right.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So Rick, tell us how your scale is going, yeah? Are you scaling right now or are you holding on to like perfecting your operations?
Well, it's. I still have some things to go. I have meetings planned with my offshore team every day this week now to go over stuff because I have like 6 stores ready to start, more stores to hand off to them as I'm
Mm.
warming them up. So and
Yeah.
already got. I'm already working on my. The next thing I'm working on is the. I know I've been saying it for 6 months now. A YouTube channel dedicated to eBay stuff because I want to. my idea, the whole agency model is to really blow that out. Because I have a friend in Vegas. He's also in IT, but he's doing managed services. I tried to do it years ago,
Mhm.
but couldn't work. But he's ready. He's like, okay, come to Vegas. Let's go build this out. Let's go build a data center out. Let's go build all this out. Like, okay, he could do it. Um, so no, I think I have to build, not I want to, not that I think I can. I have to and want to build out at least 20 more stores by July
Let's
or
go.
more pods, because I have to now. So uh
Yeah, yeah.
because it's different, because the reason I say that is because the whole journey on this thing has been, um does it work, doesn't it work, and now I'm seeing this store doing 1600. And other stores go up and down, I guess, and that's the whole another game, trying to optimize these stores to make
Mhm.
as much money, and that's always changing how to optimize it. But instead of like for me, I don't. In the beginning, it was like, oh, this is a good idea. Okay, made some money, and now it's making money. Now instead of doing this as a part time passive,
Mhm.
I want to become the expert. Not
Yeah,
not just like for dabbling in it, pretending to be like, no, this is the business. This is the
yeah.
full into it, not just, it's nice to
Mhm.
whatever. Because I'm seeing this as like my like you know we're all entrepreneurs on here, at least,
Mhm.
and I don't look at getting another job or getting another project as, I look at what can I build business wise to make money.
Mhm.
And the beauty with this, and I know you've told me this since September, hire the VAs. It's like now I it's not that I want to take a day off, but I can now dedicate. I have a team now, and
Mhm.
I talk to them all the time. So now I could go build out, and now I
Yeah.
could, not that I want to take a day off, but it's like I know they're filling orders like behind my
Mhm.
back, and then they send me stuff, I have to issues I got to take care of. That's really nice. I like that a lot. And then
You missed Farrukh's when he was mentioning about his VAs filling orders behind his back.
oh man, what do you mean, for themselves?
No, just the one one of his V. Sorry, Farouk, I'm not laughing at you. I thought just the story was like the wording was funny. Yeah.
Mm.
Farouk mentioned that one of his VAs were like filling orders that he didn't have, so they were
Oh wow.
scamming him.
Oh my
So,
god. How'd you catch that?
he had another VA that kind of like audited it, and then he found the culprit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So we that was one of the conversations we had in this call, like how to make sure you
See?
can have like a good VA, like how to like monitor them or like build relations. But Rick, what I'll tell you is I think that your journey is exactly what it was supposed to be. Because if you had 20 accounts from day one, like you're one of the guys who had the IT skills to execute on it. But what would have happened? Like you went through a lot of back and forth to like optimize one account. You wouldn't
Oh
have
yeah.
had the time to go through
No,
learning that learning curve.
no, no,
Like
yeah.
the reason you have this confidence is because you went through that individual journey first. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because honestly, I mean, I don't know if you, I don't know if you guys know this or not. There's a lot of scams on the internet. I don't know if you guys know this.
You betcha.
So it's like, yeah, it just does work. It's like, oh, okay, right. Okay. It's like, it is working, and it's just building it up. Now it's like, no. Because and I mentioned last week, it's like I'm thinking my one daughter graduated, and my one other daughter's about to graduate, and so they're young, and her friend is trying to get a job. She can't find a job. And I told my daughter, look, I'm going to build 5 stores in your name. That's your pod. You're going to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month. and you could manage whoever's in it. And if you
Mm-hmm.
want to do more, you can do more. That's going to be yours. Like you can make, that's it. Like go to whatever college you want. You want to go into acting, do it, but you're going to have this. It's going to be like making money for you in the background automatically. And it's like I'm I don't know. It's one of those things. Just like to help people out with it.
It's freedom.
It is. It is.
It's
And
freedom. Yeah.
like it jumped in. Yeah, I am ready to make insane amount of money. So
You
not just to
betcha.
get by. I don't want to get by. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, no. I want the insane amount of money. That's what I want. I want the. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking for.
No, for sure, for sure. I think I think there was a quote that was made a lot of sense to me. It's like a man doesn't rise to the level of his aspirations, but he falls to the level of his systems. And I believe it was Mark Twain.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that quote, like for all of this stuff, right? That obscene amount of money, right? It's not the business that you're in, right? It's the systems that you build, right? That is really what's going to determine whether you make that or not. You know what
So
I
what
mean?
I want to do for this meeting, for me, and everybody else want to do it, they could do it. I want to be held accountable. So next week, I'm saying I'm going to have another 5 stores up and running by next week.
Mhm.
So I'm going to write this down. It's Sammy, hold me to it, and that's what I want to do. It's like just like accountability, like
Mhm.
what you're. I'm gonna start doing that now. So I'm putting myself on a line for 5 more. Actually, I want 7 more stores launched, but 5 more. Another pod launched from start to finish, launched and hand off. Well, be warming up at least. Hand it off to the ladies to manage. That's the goal. I want to do one a week, 5 stores a week. Hand it off
It's a beautiful idea, man.
because
I'm gonna join you. I've been delaying on creating another account as well, or having one into the agency. Um, and I think I'll set myself accountable too for next week. My
so
goal
are you
was,
when you advertise the agency? Are you? My idea was to advertise, running eBay and stuff like this, but I really want to advertise the agency model.
Mhm.
How and like sort of build it journey, but then to a point to where have it as an offering, like not a public offering, but like, do you think that would draw too much business? Like I know I don't want to say
Yes,
too much business,
yes,
but
100%,
okay.
100%. Like, my greatest fear of doing it public is like, what if they don't pay you, right? Unless you're gonna take a deposit up front.
Yeah, oh,
Um,
yeah, no, absolutely. I was thinking it would be like if you're gonna build something and you have the proof and you have the track record and you have like here's my proof taking this. Let's say next week I launch a pod, take it from 0 to whatever, and that's the proof on YouTube that here we are and here's the charts, here's the whatever, and then people, hey, I want to sign up because I think you've mentioned it before. There are people with a lot of money out there, and there are people who would gladly pay. Like if someone, I'm not saying this is the price because I have no idea what the price point is. If someone were to give you $10,000 for something that's, I mean, just in stock in dividend, I'm going to give you $10,000 that'll build your computers, that'll build your accounts, that'll build the LLCs, that'll build everything you out. And in 3 months, you're going to be returning on that within a year, within 6 months. It's 100% ROI. All your investment will be returned and then some. I
so
think people would throw money at you like crazy.
100%. Like, so Mark just left the call,
Yeah.
but that's what he did, right?
Hmm.
He had like an agency in the past where he
Yeah.
would do like Amazon done for you services, right? He
Yeah.
would build it out for them like completely hands-free, and then he would charge them like 5 or 10,000 up front. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then he would take and then he would depending on how much somebody would give him up front, that's what would determine what the profit share would be. Do you get what I
Huh.
mean? So that's how they did it. Just mind you, a lot of people like who do stuff like this are scammers as well. Um, so really like there is
What do you
like
mean, who advertise scamming or who send money scamming, like, or
so
both ways?
so those keywords like done for you, right, has been
Yeah, yeah,
abused, right? So
yeah,
that
yeah. I
means
don't.
that you need proof,
Yes,
right? As you said, like if you build out the stores up front, right, and you would just treat it like getting leads and closing them on a sale.
right,
Right,
right.
like true, like and you would like as you said, bro. There, I know a guy, right, that sells like this like teaches like crypto information or something, right? And it's a web page, and he just
Yeah,
targets upper middle class, and he gets like thousands of leads just coming into it, and then some of them just buy it, and he charges like 2,000, 3,000 or something for it.
yeah.
You get what I mean? So what you're offering is like a full business that's real, built out for them, that generates 1 to 3,000 in like 3 months, all done for you. People would hop on that left and right and center.
Are you kidding me? Especially if I am legit, like I'm legitimate. Like if this is like people would. Man, I gotta build bigger. I gotta have an infrastructure for this.
I,
But even if I set the computers to a house,
uh,
like, so that's my whole, like, another thing, because my first pod I'm gonna put at someone else's house is gonna be my parents' house. So I'm gonna go through the whole process of, you know, step, because I'm creating a bunch of to-do lists, like templates, like, okay, evaluate the house. What kind of
Rick,
internet you're gonna
just
have,
to
all that
pause you
stuff.
right there, what
Yeah,
you just said, 1,000%, that's $1 million business like almost instantly as well. Especially if you can hand off the VA as well on the completion of it. Like
yeah.
you train the VA, you set up the store, you build out the infrastructure, right? Like there is no investment that's real that will give you that kind of return to begin with.
Nobody. Yeah,
There's
this
not
is
there
crazy.
You can't pay 10 grand and have like a business that churns like 1 to 3,000 a month. Like things like that don't exist.
Yeah, you can't put 10,000 in a stock for
E-
dividends to do that. That's
Exactly.
insane. You
E-
you're putting that out there. I'm liable to get someone to say, what's $1 million going to get me? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, it's that big.
It
I gotta get a data center on.
what you just said, like for everybody listening, what Rick just said is like a multi-million dollar idea. Like it is what there's no investment that you could pay, right? Like that would give you a return like this for like 10,000. And there's loads of people like that would pay for it. If I would pay for something like that.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what?
Yeah,
The only thing that would stop me from doing it would be like, is it real? Do I
yeah,
trust you?
yeah.
Right? But if everything is like laid out, you have like all the proof, you had testimonials and like you kept building them out, like forget about like the online world. Just your personal network would just keep growing like crazy like that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like
So,
you can sell it to every one of your friends and family.
oh yeah,
Like if my one of my closest friends came up to me and they told me, "Look, Sammy, this is legit. Pay me 10K. I'll produce a business. You don't do anything after, and I'll print money for you." I'll be like, "Okay, I believe you."
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's where I think this is where I want to take it. This is where I
Yeah.
want to take it. Yeah.
No, that's what you just said. Like not even $1 million business. It's like multi-million dollar business.
Yeah.
And you'll get it like upfront too. Because if you do the math, 10
Yeah.
people is 100K.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there is like you'll find 100 people like that, like
Easy.
instantly, easily.
Easy.
No, not
Easy.
easily. If you do it online, it's not easy, but if you do it from your personal connections,
Oh God.
much easier.
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. Online,
Yeah.
you need like a reputation.
Yeah, because if so, the plan would be, I'm really gonna do this. I have to do this. I
Mm,
am gonna do this. I am gonna do this because it's because it's like we're talking about. There's Walmart. There's TikTok. There's so many other. The reason I brought up the Walmart, people are drop shipping on Walmart. There are markets. I know this is obvious. There's markets everywhere online. People
mhm,
trying to find that product. Not everybody's trying to find. Everyone, they're not putting that. They're putting some time into finding the best price, but sometimes they just want the thing and you have it delivered. If it's close enough price, they'll buy it.
mhm,
But so when you were talking about the AI and pricing,
mhm.
so would you say that Amazon is like the benchmark for pricing then on this stuff on items?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that Amazon, if it's sold and shipped by Amazon, then they do have like probably the lowest price,
Yeah.
right? Like in the product hunter, there's a special feature that says sold by Amazon specifically. You know what I mean? So it like so that way you can find all the items that are sold and shipped by Amazon. So you know like the value on that item is like unmatched.
Because now I'm not to turn that, but because I'm also finding that maybe just my TikTok feed more items on TikTok drop ship from Amazon the TikTok shop, like
Yeah.
because when you click
Yeah.
on the item, they're selling it, but then when you look on Amazon, it might be $1 or two cheaper on
Mhm.
TikTok. But what they're doing is they add some sort of a fee or a process fee. Then it's like, oh, it's a drop shipper because he's ordering a Prime. He's making a couple bucks off of it. Not like us, 10-20%, making a couple bucks. Now we're sending it out. Like
Mhm.
you could, it's funny how you look on these different shops and you could see how they're trying to competitively price their items to sell. It's just very interesting to see. But if you had something like AI that could like do that investigation for you, that'd be kind of tough to do. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
wouldn't do competitive pricing. I would like use AI to like determine the perceived value.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of like that way like you can literally like mark up something to the moon, and if it even sells one time, like you just killed it. And recently what one thing that I recently realized is I think that our method of using lower priced items is actually the least profitable way of doing it. Because
Yeah.
if we think about it, right, all of the items that are like 200, $300, right, if you just showed that picture to somebody, nobody knows what the price of that item is, like a
Mm,
sofa or something like that. So you could mark up a sofa by like 200% and it would still make sense.
mm,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
The perceived value, like if we're gonna, I feel like the real 100% markups are when you're selling, like the real killer would be if you're selling those high ticket items. The only reason I wouldn't do it is because there's so much risk with that. You
Mm,
know what I mean? Like I'm not comfortable with it, but the
yeah.
idea, I think that if eBay allows you, like they wouldn't suspend you for like listing like those high items and you're not gonna get scammed. I think we would all make so much more money with high ticket.
Mm.
Do you get why
Oh
though?
yeah, yeah.
Because the perceived value.
I've been getting my high ticket item that I'm getting making profits like crazy on. It's tires, like
Yeah, makes total sense.
tires. Because you know
Total
why?
sense.
Because these tires Amazon won't ship to them, but I mark it up enough to where I get it and then I ship it to them, like FedEx or something like that, and I have enough Amazon money. I make profit on it anyway, like just straight. I pay for the shipping, but I have Amazon dollars to reduce the cost, so I can make even more money on it. So I get like 4 or 5 tires a week now, sending
Beautiful.
FedEx. It's
Beautiful.
crazy.
Beautiful.
So
Makes total sense. Tires, I wouldn't know how to price them. I always see different pricing.
no, but it's like lawnmower tires or like
Even it
you
makes
know
even more sense. Who knows what the price of a lawnmower tire
right.
is?
Right. They just find it and go because
Makes
they can't
perfect
because
sense.
Amazon won't ship to them, so they ship it to me, and then I get because postal service has to ship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, it makes total sense, dude.
I had one order. This is weird because we talk about international shipping. So one guy ordered something for someone in Australia. So what happens is, as we all know, the item goes to an eBay international sales
Mhm.
port, airport, whatever, and then it goes. It turns out that it was like some barbecue sauces, some whatever crap, and it got turned down at customs or whatever it was, and it said didn't make it, and so they refunded me and the buyer, and the buyer was all pissed because why did you cancel? He goes, wasn't me, it was eBay, it's
Right.
them, it's all on them.
And
I,
eBay
I
protects you from that.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
still lost because of I paid for it, but that's okay.
Oh, I
What?
thought eBay like protects once you get it to the center, like they take all the risk.
Yeah, it is, but I still had to buy it on Amazon. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I got refunded. Yeah, I got refunded.
Right. So you still made your money on
Yeah,
eBay.
yeah, yeah.
It was a sale,
Um,
yeah.
Here's another crazy question.
Mhm.
It's 6 months to Christmas.
Oh boy.
Has like now Christmas was busy, but I know toys would go nuts. So
Oh
if,
my.
if I so what the way I scan, so I rarely do sniping. What I do is once a month I have like 300 stores I scan, take their last whatever they sold last 30 days, and I put that on mine. So I'm kind of like a month behind. So if I
Uh-huh.
wanted to like try to figure out a way that I could optimize Christmas. Like, I don't know.
Um, I think that's the wrong approach.
Hmm.
I think it's the wrong approach. I know you said last Christmas, it didn't like boom for you, but it
Well,
did for others.
it was busy. It was busy, but I think there's more that could be done.
No, I
Okay.
hear you, but Christmas, in my opinion, is about surviving Christmas.
Oh, okay.
It's not about like, in my opinion, from like fourth quarter is like the season that I fear the most out of all the years. Because
Hmm.
like for example, like I told you about Mike, he did like 30K
Yeah.
in profit during fourth Q, but he got
Hmm.
suspended on like half of his accounts after.
Yeah. I can see that, especially like 2 weeks before Christmas, because shipping's out the window on timing, and whether someone could deliver Amazon or whoever's.
That wasn't his problem. His
Oh,
problem
really?
was he didn't have the Amazon accounts to sustain Christmas.
Ooh, yeah.
He got so many orders like and then he just like got like he was back ordered. People were complaining they didn't get their item because his Amazon account got he just got backlogged like crazy.
Hmm.
So I would say like Christmas season, I would say like really like prepare your Amazon accounts for
Oh
that
yeah.
time. And your
That's
customer service. Make sure that because once people are angry, like it's the
oh
most
yeah.
emotional time of the year too.
Yeah, making Amazon accounts, that for me now is a non that's always happening now. That's not like,
Nice.
oh, today we're going to start. There's always an Amazon account warming up. It has to be. Because when I did that experiment when I dropped everything to 60, 50%,
Uh-huh.
and I was getting 40 orders a day on this account. And then that's what spooked my one Amazon account, which is still running, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm just creating more like one a week, just getting it
Mm.
going. Phone
So
numbers.
I'm just gonna say this because I'm gonna post this video on for the group today as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Um, Christmas season is when Amazon and eBay security tightens up. So that
Mm,
means account creation during fourth Q becomes harder. So for
okay.
everybody watching, like if you're make sure you plan ahead. Like don't leave it till Christmas to make accounts. If you should you should be prepared. Like every business that I know of prepares for fourth Q. You know what I mean? Fourth Q is like the time you can make literally the most you'll like you could do like the numbers in fourth Q and then like turn off the business for the entire year and you'll still be good. You know what I mean? Like that
Oh
is
yeah.
like the power of fourth Q. But yeah, like we got to prepare for it. I personally I'm not that excited for it because I just seen like the most issues happen during that time.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But but yeah, it's gonna be fun, like everyone else is enjoying their holidays. We're here like we're managing the service to make their holidays good.
I mean, I was doing it because I didn't have any VAs at the time. I remember I was Thanksgiving because I was working Thanksgiving, and I was sitting at my brother's house. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just filling orders because they're just nonstop. Like Black Friday is like I was busy like filling orders all day long. Like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
but
Rick, I think Chanel, you had a question for Rick, yeah?
Yeah, hey Rick, I just
hey,
wanted to ask you, like with your eBay, your accounts, the ones that you have all under your one pod, are they all under your same information, or do you have various information for your various accounts?
so my first pod, I have two accounts that are old that are my name, but then I switched them to business. Uh, the third account, that was a pure. I did name change um, on that, but um, it's interesting because even they did a check for me, and I never changed my name
Hmm.
back to like legit. I just gave them a regular information. They're like, okay, whatever. Because when I send a return slip, it still has my misspelled name on it. So it's like, okay. So they're all in my name. What I do is then I put them on my business. But as I'm making these new accounts, um, that are going to be, but it's going to be a different LLC. So it's a different EIN. Hopefully, you have a different credit card that goes with them, different bank account, different phone numbers, but it's all going to be name change. So I'm taking things I heard from Sammy and others build like I'm going to first build them with like so I have like Wi-Fi and I have a Verizon hotspot, I have a Verizon home thing as well. So I'm going to use these other IP addresses just to get it going. I have had issues the last month creating new accounts, but I think it's something I screwed up in the process. But
Yeah,
yeah, but these first five are purely my name, but these are all old accounts.
I see. And all the same bank information and all of that.
I so for my main business, I have three, one, two, three business savings checking accounts. So there are all these five accounts are all piped into that. I have
Okay.
my Amazon accounts. My one Amazon account has my Prime number on it. There's two more I'm warming up. Those have another credit card on it, but soon they'll be all switched over to my Amazon account. What I haven't figured out is this is all accounting, is how do I spread my Amazon account to all of my accounts, but I have to that's an accountant
Oh,
thing.
you mean like how to use one LLC and then keep it all clean, right?
One LLC, but no. My question so I have two Amazon credit cards.
Uh-huh.
One is for home. I'm not going to touch unless it's an emergency. But I have another one's for business. Now I put on that thing like five to eight to $10,000 a month. Put it on, take it off. Put it on, take it off. Easy. But I want to be able because I'm getting so much money from that, like at least two to $300 a month just in points
Mhm.
or dollars back. Like I want to be able to use that for all of my LLCs, like my other
Let,
that are
let,
my
let me
LLCs.
tell you and let me tell you who the right guy to talk to about this to begin with is.
Hmm.
Do you know the guy named Reforged inside the Telegram?
I'll write it down. Nope.
Reforged. Yeah, so he is like some of the other users have contacted him already, but his structure for creating accounts is so clean. And what he does is he makes a holding company, and then from there he makes sub LLCs under the holding company. And
Yeah,
then
and that's what I want to do.
it's
I just
so
got
clean.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so
Well,
clean.
what I have to do is figure out. I just got to figure out the bookkeeping aspect of it, the accounting bookkeeping.
Talk to him. He's
Okay,
so meticulous. The way
okay.
he does things is like I'm just blown away by his how organized and like clean his structure is from a legal point of view.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
can't get to that making millions until they have these little structural things
I
figured
mean,
out. You know what I mean?
you could, but it'll just be messy.
It'll be messy because I want it
Yeah.
clean. I like, you know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah, no, totally get you. Like, talk to Reforged. You know, like, he'll
Yeah, I'm gonna look for him.
like,
Yep.
yeah, he's gonna like. You can even search in the group. He's been
Yep.
helping, giving advice. He's so helpful. But he's so organized and clean about this stuff. And I'm sure like he'd want to like know about your business too, because I believe like he's scaling as well. And he's one of the guys who's scaling with like the low margins. So his whole infrastructure is built around 50-60% markups.
Oh wow.
Crazy. Yeah, and it's like he's one of the guys who actually got to like 30K a month in profit.
Oh nice.
Yeah, but he did it with his own unique structure. His biggest bottleneck was like the Amazon. So like there's gonna be a big value exchange.
Yeah, because as we're all building here, because it's like that level of problems. It's that. How did you
Yeah.
figure this out? Oh, I figured it out this way. Okay, go. It's like.
Oh yeah, like his structure with the holding companies and the sub LLCs, especially if you can get like cashback cards per sub LLC, so beautiful.
Oh
And
my
he
God,
fires
yeah.
them up with like $150. And then when he's doing his taxes, all the sub LLCs, he files it under the holding company. So it's all like it's so clean. It's so clean, dude.
Yeah, that's what I want to do because I have. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I do have I got a structure. So I was doing my real estate properties with sub LLCs, but
Oh, as with the holding company, yeah?
yeah. But
Makes total sense. Makes total sense. And if you and if you set up the holding company in like Dubai or like Panama or something, you're paying zero taxes now.
oh man, that'd be good.
There's
I've been seeing people like move to Puerto Rico and do all that
yeah,
stuff. Like, oh my God.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Set up the holding company in Puerto Rico and have all your sub LLCs, different primary contacts. There you go. You like
That is a dream to be able to for all of us to meet in Dubai with all our big empires going.
yeah, we'll make a meetup like 1 year from now.
Oh my God. Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Could you imagine? Man.
The main thing is let everybody get to like 10K a month. Like we'll leave no man behind, and then we'll all do like a big meetup. Like I'm thinking like everybody just suits, dresses, whatever the case is. We'll throw like an event, but we'll plan for the next
Yeah.
project.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And especially if like Jonathan comes, like by the way, Jonathan does these meetups with his team already. They
All
have
right.
like they throw galas in the Philippines.
Oh, good
And
idea.
and for stuff like this, like like all we need is like an exchange of resources to begin with.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like dude, like the value of a human being, right? Because they can make an eBay account, Poshmark, TikTok, all of these methods are already established, right? With the right information, all of a sudden, like you can take one person and like churn like hundreds of thousands per year from them. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh
It
yeah.
just takes that unison of like all that skill set coming together.
Yeah,
So like
we should make like a 10K club. Yeah. A separate like meeting just for the 10K. Give everybody an incentive to get there. And then once they get in, you get invited into the club. You get all these benefits.
No,
Whatever that is.
that's a friggin' cool idea, man. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of high rollers in the group, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like like there's so much more that can happen.
Oh
Like
my God, yeah.
Ben single-handedly is like cultivating Poshmark, gonna net 1,500 this month, right? Like
Nice.
he could put like anybody onto that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
But I mean, but that's the thing. There's so much. I mean, people like internet and people and so much buying on internet, and it's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm
Too much
telling
money can
you.
be made.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So yeah, I think Rick, do you have clarity on the road ahead?
Yes, the road ahead is 5 stores by next week.
Awesome.
That's it. So I'm coming back with 5 stores.
Yeah, and I think honestly the journey you had is like the right one. If you did it any faster, you probably would have not made it. Maybe I don't know, but
I don't
from
know.
what I've seen,
No,
you know, like you can crash if you go too fast.
you could, because my biggest fear is creating a weak foundation, and then
Exactly.
everything falls apart.
Exactly. Exactly. Like that you started with one store and you mastered it, and I
Yep.
think that was like the reason you had the conviction to grow further from there. You
Yeah,
know what I
because
mean?
in the beginning it wasn't it was. I'm telling you, a year. I mean, I know I said it, but like the first month I did. Oh, look, I did 160 sales. This is so busy. I do that. I do that in a day. I know. I do that in 2 days now. 3 days. I do that. Like, jeez.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All right, so we're gonna wrap up the meeting. One thing I'd like to request, since I'm gonna post this video, can everybody say bye? So we can have like a nice outro, right? All right. So that wraps up the weekly meeting. All right, guys, take care, yeah?
Awesome.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All righty, brothers, take
Bye.
care. All righty.